This is Steve here. Greg doesn't know I'm doing this, but I just wanted to highlight that a good friend of the show, Matt Milkowski, has created a GoFundMe for Greg. For those that don't know, Greg has chosen to keep this podcast free of ads and sponsorships despite having multiple offers in the past. He pays for all the hosting and other services out of pocket. Matt created this GoFundMe as a thank you to Greg for all his hard work on the show as he gets ready for his wedding this coming year. If you feel inclined to say thank you to Greg or want to show him some love for his upcoming wedding, you can search Greg Soden on GoFundMe or go to tinyurl.com/propgreg. That is tinyurl.com/propgreg. Thank you. Now back to the episode.
You're listening to Unscripted Moments, a podcast about propaganda. Today is our year-end special. I'm Steve.
And I'm Greg. It's been quite a year, Steve.
It's absolutely Greg.
Yeah.
We're here sitting in my living room, as we do for the year-end every year.
Mm-hmm.
We're watching the Bills Tailgate Yule log
Yes.
on the screen.
And Steve, I really like your plants.
Oh,
I can
thanks.
tell
I
you're
am
a
the plant guy,
Yeah,
so.
exactly.
Okay, so we're going to bring in our other members for today's episode, which is the real Steve and Greg.
Hello.
Hello. Thank you for doing that lovely intro.
Here we are.
Thanks for joining us.
Thank you for inviting us to join the year-end special.
Big
It is fantastic.
Big fan of the show.
Big fan.
I mean, it's kind of mid.
A little bit.
Just
Yeah.
kidding. Just kidding.
Yeah, there's definitely a noticeable decline over time. So,
I disagree. Hard disagree.
So Greg and Petrina arrived maybe, I want to say 15 minutes ago, and we're just hopping straight into this.
We are.
How was the drive?
how was it? Was it okay?
Perfectly pleasant.
Yeah.
We almost died once.
Oh,
on
yeah.
QEW.
Yeah, there was a guy driving a truck with a giant trailer, and he all of a sudden signaled that he was going to get over, and I slammed on the brakes
Yes.
and went way back, and then this guy went over, but he was definitely scrolling on his phone.
My knitting went flying.
Yeah.
But thank you for keeping us alive.
Yeah. So, yeah, we woke up this morning, slept a little badly. Our dog was up in the middle of the night a bunch of times, so it's just kind of a lazy, slow start Saturday, and this is a nice way to chill on the sofa and just relax a little bit and have our year-end special.
And you said you had a lot of snow there, right?
We did. We don't now. It's gone.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we had a deep freeze this year from November something until just a few days ago. I mean, we had like 8-10 inches of snow on the ground consistently for the last month, just
It's
about.
all melted now.
Yeah,
It rained away.
yeah.
Have you guys been doing anything fun lately?
Well, we're planning a wedding.
We are.
We're getting
Yep,
married.
Yep, that was fun.
In
Getting
September.
engaged.
Oh, you're getting married to each other?
We are, yeah.
Oh,
I
crazy.
know.
I know.
No, total coincidence. We just both happen to be getting married to other people.
Yeah. We're deep in the wedding planning. We've got a
Yep.
date and a venue and
Yeah.
catering and a coordinator and save the dates.
And thus, we are not doing anything else because we are saving money.
Yeah. And last
So we're
night,
being kind of boring now.
yeah, last night we had a wrapping party for all the Christmas gifts for the kids, and
Yep.
we just knocked it out.
Nice.
Yeah. So it's been pretty chill lately. What have we done though?
We saw the Goo Goo Dolls.
Oh yeah. Oh, we'll get into all that
yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
Anyway.
I know we have a year-end wrap up to talk about, but
Mm-hmm.
that was part of it.
What did we do? Last weekend we went to Christmas with Zoe's family, which
Yep.
was lovely.
And chaotic. in a good
Chaotic.
way.
Nice and early. I like
Yeah.
that early
We
Christmas.
knock it out early.
Yeah.
And we're just
Get it done.
That's it. We're done. No more.
And then yesterday we went to our massage therapist's Christmas concert at the library.
We sure
Oh,
did.
that's fun.
Yeah. Which was
Her and Steve are best friends now, so.
What does she play?
she said it's a choir. It's an all-female choir.
Oh, choir.
fun.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
She also plays an accordion.
She also plays accordion. Yeah.
Nice.
That's
We have
amazing.
we have some choral friends as well.
Yeah, we do.
She's she's from Slovakia, and she's over here just singing choir and playing accordion.
What kind of music?
Oh, they did like Christmas carols yesterday.
Yeah,
so.
like traditional
yeah.
Christmas.
Yeah.
jazz.
It was fun.
Nice.
Greg's looking for something.
I got my phone. I just
Oh.
I just was
He had no
realizing.
phone panic.
Deeply.
I was like, oh my gosh, I have notes for the episode today that
Oh,
I need to be able to refer to.
I'm
so.
analog.
So
Oh, nice.
My-
one thing we
that'll
need to
be helpful.
discuss in this opening segment is, how about that Bills game on the weekend?
Oh my gosh.
The Cincinnati Bengals game.
We were
Dude,
there.
we were there.
We were there.
Well, I meant the Patriots game was after that game.
Oh my god.
Oh
that's
yeah.
Right.
Okay,
We're a week behind in our Bills knowledge.
that's crazy. I'm still on cloud 9 though from that Bengals game.
Yeah, that was amazing.
So anyway, yes, I'm
It was
a-
Yes.
two insane games in a row.
It
it was.
Hopefully a nice boring one tomorrow where we're just winning the whole time and no drama.
yeah. Tomorrow against the Browns is like, it's got the potential to be one of those very disappointing and stressful trap games.
Yeah, I'm worried about is Dalton playing?
Yes.
He is. Actually, the injury report has a lot of good news.
Because
There's-
Palmer's out, right?
He's questionable.
And have they found anyone to kick a ball yet?
Yes, we signed some guy.
Yeah, Riley Leonard, right, from the Colts.
He was from the Colts, yeah.
Yeah.
So I thought maybe we'd just do a game of no kicking at all. Like 8 points on every drive, no punts, no extra points, no field
I
goals.
mean, the punter's fine. Like, he's still
Wishnowski's
there.
Is he
back.
back? No, I thought he hurt himself in a practice.
Is
Oh.
Wishnowski okay?
I thought he was fine.
Okay. Well, we'll
I
see.
heard he got injured in practice because
Oh my
apparently
God.
in practice we just hurt our players. That's how we practice.
They're very stressful. They don't want to make this easy on us at all.
Well, with a win, they clinch playoffs.
Yeah. Oh, really?
Yeah.
Tomorrow?
Yeah.
That early?
It's not that early. There's only two more games after that.
Yeah.
But I mean, there's 3 games left. Anything can happen.
Yeah, but if they win tomorrow, what are they? 11-4, right?
Yeah.
Surely 11-4 is enough to get in the playoffs.
I mean, this has been a weird year, man. The Jacksonville Jaguars are ascendant. The Texans are solid and a defensive, like, icons, basically, at this point, you know? So it feels competitive at the bottom of the rungs for the playoff entry.
I think the Chargers are ones to watch right now because they're not leading the division, but they have a great record.
Who's leading their division? Oh, the Broncos.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Broncos. Crazy this year. That's
Yeah.
been crazy to watch.
It's been a season for the old people, and I love it.
Yeah.
There's a lot of olds
Yeah.
out there throwing the ball.
Yeah. Phillip Rivers. What a delight.
And if I could put Zoe on the spot for a second here, because all the listeners know that the 4 of us are in a football pool together. So, Zoe, if you could update the standings for everyone.
Standings. I have to look at it.
Oh man, I got my ass handed to me in those football pick'em league this year. And fantasy. I got eliminated from 3 fantasy leagues. Like, I was in 2 guillotine leagues, gone after like week 4.
So in first place is Steve's dad, Big Earn, and then Steve
With
is
the number of, you gotta list the
sorry.
number of points so we
with
can see how far Greg is
151
behind.
Okay, so with 151 points, and then Steve's in second with 144, and then Quasar is in the next place because I'm forgetting where I'm at
Third.
143, and then there's a 4-way or 3-way tie for fourth at 141 between my mom, my stepdad, and Patrina. And then I'm next at 139. And then Matt is there at 136. That's Steve's brother. And then Greg at 124.
Wow.
And then good old my best friend Becca, who knows nothing about football, at 109.
This year has been embarrassing for me. My fantasy team is called Aaron's Ayahuasca Shaman. And the Ayahuasca Shaman finished 5-10 this year
Oh.
and didn't even make a single playoff round. And I'm all the way at the bottom of the Pick'em League rankings.
The
And-
Carolina Panthers have a better record than you.
They do. Oh, yeah. The Carolina Panthers have been good this year. Like, I'm in, like, Jets, Titans territory. That's where I am this year as far as, like, my picks go.
Well, you also jinxed me, and you're my Jessica Simpson because As soon as we got engaged, I just plummeted in the rankings.
That's right.
So it's
You,
okay.
that Greg stink has rubbed off on you.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh boy, she's stuck with me.
All right, so we're gonna kick off the end of year content now, and so we're just gonna kind of discuss and go over what our favorite segments of the year were.
My favorite segments of the podcast.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I have a list. I made a list, and this has been, honestly, it's been a really fun year for me for the podcast. The early era of the podcast was very serious and intensely researched, and really like going as hard on it as I possibly could, pretty much at all times. And the approach to it over the last couple of years has changed a lot, but it's a relief. You know, it's just so much more like fun now. But I pulled some data. We currently are sitting at 462,000 downloads on the podcast, plus about 100,000 on YouTube. So that's fun. This year we've had 50,000 downloads for the audio of the podcast, which is nice. So even though we're 5 years into this, people are still tuning in and listening a little bit.
I'm shocked.
I am too. But I some of my favorite things is that I went back through all my emails and I collected a bunch of the cover songs that have appeared on the podcast in the last few years. And I put out 4 covers collections on the podcast. You can find those in the feed. They're called Some Covers Volumes 1, 2, 3, and 4. I really enjoyed the Making of At Peace episode that I did for the release of the new record with Chris Hanna, Jason Livermore, and John Paul Peters.
Let's listen to a clip with that one right now.
Through at this point.
Okay,
And now I
sounds
absolutely
good.
love it, but it was like one of those things where I was like, "Whoa, this is brand new territory for this band." So it was really surprising for me.
Yeah, I would say it was in many ways it was similar for me. Um, I mean, so I'm listening to it through, and I'm like, how is this? Where is it all going? You know, like as a producer, I really want to know that stuff in advance, but I'm working with a band that curates things in different ways at different times, the way they want to do it. So for me, I was kind of like you. I was like, this is really, really different. And like, I'm basically along for the ride. And, obviously there's a song on the record called Wild Ride. And that's what that's what I was kind of on.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a really big surprise for me, you know, as a listener of this band who's followed them basically my entire adult life. I'm so delighted that
That was a great clip.
Not bad. So that actually came out on May 2nd, 2025, the release day of the record. So if you want to hear that, I think it's like 3 or 4 hours long. You can go find that. But I really enjoyed that the band members, Todd and Jordan Beeve, called in on our Unscripted Moment episode with voicemails.
You can hear those voicemails right now.
voicemails here. And I'm not going to spoil them, but check these out. Let's hear from our call-ins.
Hey, Greg. Not sure if this is going through or not, but anyway, Jord here. Just wanted to say thanks for your 260 episodes covering 35 years. Certainly the impressive, albeit quite insane accomplishment, but just wanted to say very much appreciated. I kind of can't believe the depth that you went through over these years, but anyway, thanks again, and I hope we cross paths again down the road sometime soon. Okay, take it easy, Greg.
Hey, Greg. This is Todd from Propaganda here, just saying congratulations on all your episodes and apparently 500,000 downloads, which is a hell of a lot. You get, I guess, a gold record for that one. And, yeah, we appreciate all your effort and hard work and interest in the band and working hard to make us sound good and somewhat intelligent, hopefully, which we are not. And yeah, it's been awesome having you doing it and meeting you at the shows, getting your books, doing your stuff, doing more than your PhD. And yeah, we appreciate it all. All the best to you. And hello, listeners. All right. Have a great one, Greg, man. Hopefully we'll see you again sometime soon. Take care.
Hey, Greg, it's Beeve calling. So congrats on making your way through all those songs and all those podcasts. You sent an email recently, and you mentioned how you've worked harder on these podcast episodes and on the book than on either of your university degrees. And you have jokingly asked what that says about you. Well, I think that actually speaks to the power of music. And I can relate. Most of the things that I put obsessive effort into in my life are also music related. And your obsessive efforts have reached thousands of people who are all connected by their mutual love of this band from Winnipeg. So, I don't know, I think that's pretty cool. So again, congrats, and good luck to whatever you've got planned next. Take it easy.
Wonderful. Very good. Yeah, so I also really enjoyed Stephen Urushi's cover of Unscripted Moment because he procrastinated it for 2 years, and then he submitted the cover 20 minutes after we finished recording the episode. So I was like hounding him for months, be like, hey, we're going to work on that episode. How's the cover going? And like the day we finished recording, like 20 minutes later, he finally sent it to me. And then I also really enjoyed Sue Lynn's return to the podcast for the first time since 2023. So that was fun. We talked about Sue Lynn's record, Faith in the Doghouse, and it was really great to have Sue Lynn back on the show.
Let's hear a clip of that right now.
All right.
Had in a band. And so actually the album cover is pretty much day one. That picture, and it is outdated, like my hair doesn't look like that, but I wanted to use that picture because it's truly day one of being like, maybe I should just do something myself, because that building that I'm in front of is called Springs Theater. It's in Sulphur Springs, Florida, and it was a theater that was converted into a recording studio. And that's where this thing blew up. I was in the middle of a recording session and a 3-year investment. And that picture was supposed to be a band photo. And I decided to not cancel.
Those are my segments.
I only have 2 highlight segments of the year this year that I'm going to highlight. Number 1 being our interview we did with Strombo.
Mm-hmm.
I really enjoyed that.
Very good.
I enjoyed catching up with him. It was been a long time since I talked to him, so that was really nice.
Yeah. I loved it how when he signed on, he's like, oh, hey, Foster. And it's like, we're on the video, and then all of a sudden he's like, oh, hey, Foster. It was pretty fun to see George connect with you being on the show, because I don't even know if he knew you were a co-host of the show.
No, I don't think he did.
That was just very funny reconnect out of nowhere.
Let's hear a clip of that now.
For people when you're really impressionable. And I think so much about how easy it would have been for me to go down the wrong, because I was listening to a lot of fucking metal and hair metal, and I like all heavy music, right? I like all heavy music. Even the heavy music, like hair metal, I liked it because there were great melodies and there were more women at the shows. So, when I'm 16 years old, that's important. So I liked big loud guitars, but I never lost my way because it was The Clash, and it was Crass, and it was MC5, and it was, and then you go through this kind of weird period in the 80s where it's pretty much only Minor Threat, Black Flag, and then Prop. And then that carries you forward. So you have these things these rocks you can stand on So you can still have fun and listen to all the, not everything has to be a fucking dissertation, but you can listen to stuff that keeps you at your core. And if you're a kid who has energy to burn, you can use that energy to either light up a place or burn a place down. And bands like Propaganda help me figure out how to use my energy and my fire to light the place up, to know what to burn down, but not to burn everything down. And they're just one of those bands that if you listen to them enough, you're a different person. You're just a different person. And if we spend all this time talking about how music matters, then fucking prove it. Then prove it. If it just makes you feel better and it gets you through the night, that has value. That for sure has value. But if it doesn't change you, does it matter? And Propaganda is one of those bands that changed people and put them on a path to be more inclusive, to be kinder, to be progressive, to be a voice for the voiceless, and then to know how to hand that microphone you have to the voiceless.
All right. Thanks to Strombo. Good times.
And then my next favorite moment of the year was the on-the-fly interviews at Emissions Records. Just being able to talk to a number of different people, I thought was really fun.
Yeah, that was a really special little thing because I was just kind of hobnobbing and chatting with folks in the store for a couple hours, and it was really nice. And then to see you working around the room while I was just chatting with people and then listen back to that later was quite a lot of fun. Like I remember Clint, I was just chatting with him, and then to have a recording with him later on that you did with him was really, really cool. Nice.
That was a lot of fun.
Yeah, we did it. We had a good time this year. We did a lot of really special and unique stuff that I'm pretty proud of, and it's nice to revisit it all.
Zoe and Patrina, do you have any moments from the show this year that you want to highlight, or just they were all garbage?
I loved them all, but I think it was this year that we recorded after the Bills game in your car, right? Was that the beginning of 2025?
Was that after the Broncos playoff game? No,
Yeah.
that was Greg and I recorded with Alan
Yes.
on that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I rode with you guys after the game.
Yeah.
Oh,
and
you
there
did?
was like
Yeah,
a
yeah.
post
Okay.
game. Yeah. So I think that was the first time my voice was ever on this podcast.
Yeah.
And I enjoy the Bills segments more than anything else. So
Yeah. Yeah. Patrina is a big fan of our banter sections, which who knows if Propaganda fans actually appreciate
right.
the banter sections, but Patrina does.
You have to keep bantering for me.
No
If
problem.
for no one else. Just
I only
for me.
record this podcast for Patrina.
Yeah.
Thank you.
She's the number one audience. Oh man. Yeah, that was in the car. That was in the
Yeah.
car, and I was like holding the microphone around the car, and my voice sounded terrible, and I was probably fairly intoxicated.
We were doing a lot of yelling.
Yeah, a
at
lot
that
of yelling.
game.
How
Anyway,
many car episodes do you think we have at this point?
we've recorded in the parking lot at the Bills Stadium a couple of times at least.
And then we did the Blind Guardian one in the car.
Oh.
Where I had to drive home through the accident.
That was nuts. That was so fun, though. That was such a cool episode and very stressful for Zoe. But Steve and I are like, la, la, la. Just doing whatever we wanted in the car while Zoe's like white knuckling it through this death zone.
In the middle of the night.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, I think I'm not a big listener of the show. Sorry. But I've just enjoyed being a part of it, and I enjoyed being in Toronto and hanging out with Patrina for the first time in real life.
Yeah.
Yay.
Yeah, that was so fun.
Awesome.
And then I think we have a few questions from the from Discord that I'll go through right now.
Okay.
There's questions for each of us.
All right. Hit me.
So question number 1. Let me scroll up. From Bills Mafia. Why hasn't Steve come to any more Bills games? I miss him. Well, Stu. I would love to be at more Bills games. I think we would all love to be at more Bills games. But the issue is acquiring tickets, number one, is difficult. And then number 2, I'm really trying to limit the amount of times I cross the border to like essential crossings. I do want to hang out with you more often, Stu, so you're welcome to come up here to hang out. But I will be limiting my travels across the border. So yeah, question 1. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, Stu, for the question.
Hey, Stu. Everybody loves Stu, last year's winner of Best Tailgate.
Correct. Question number 2 from Danik. Now that the dust is settled and we've had months to sit with at peace, what do you think of it now? I'm going to refrain from answering that question because I kind of want people to listen to the episodes that we need to record about it.
It was far and away my most played album of the year, obviously. But I really enjoy it, and I'm looking forward to digging into the episodes next year. And I enjoyed seeing the songs live in Toronto. That kind of elevates the experience for me as a fan of the band, seeing something live. Like, I remember not liking the song Note to Self from Failed States, and then I saw it live, and it elevated it for me for a new level. And so seeing the new songs live elevated the experience for me of being a fan of the record. And yeah, I'm liking it. I like it a lot. And, you know, we'll talk about it a lot more next year.
Yeah, and like we have, like you'll hear my thoughts on it after listening to it for a while, as well as we have a little surprise for every episode coming forward.
We do, yeah.
And Zoe and Petrina, do you have anything to contribute about At Peace?
No.
Perfect.
Moving on.
Question for Steve from Corey.
Okay.
If Chris Hanna and Hansi Krusch were both found drowning in a lake and you could only rescue one, which pitiful creature would you condemn? I would rescue Hansi and I would let Hannah drown, 100%.
Chris, you did.
Because it's no secret. I like Blind Guardian far more than I like Propagandy.
Yeah.
And I'm always going to choose Blind Guardian, 100%.
All right.
Question for Greg. If Steve and Keith were both found drowning in a lake, you need to let me drown. Just pick Keith.
So here's the thing. Keith does have a young son, and he is a teacher, and all of his middle school students would miss him a lot. So, yeah, you're dying.
That's fine.
But we would miss you.
Yeah, we would.
Someone would miss you.
We would mourn you, but Keith's son would have a dad.
I'm okay with that.
Okay.
Question for Petrina. Were you a Propagandy fan before you met Greg? / if not, are you a Propagandy fan now? Be honest.
I'll be very honest. When I met Greg, I had heard Ska Sucks in like middle school, and that was all I knew about Propagandy. And now I am probably the person who knows the most about Propagandy without ever having listened through a whole album of theirs. I do not listen to them very much, but I know a lot because I listen to the podcast. So I can name the albums, I can name the band members and tell you some stories, but I couldn't sing one of their songs.
Maybe Ska Sucks.
Maybe, but maybe not.
And about our household, I don't like jam Propagandy in the house over the speakers, like in the house.
You don't hold all your family members down for like 15 minutes every night and force them to listen to a song?
Definitely not.
No, but my son knows about Propagandy, and when you went to Canada, when you went up to Winnipeg, he was like, "Oh, is Greg up there stalking Propagandy?"
Yeah.
The answer is yeah.
Yes, exactly. I was like, yes, he is.
Kinda.
Stalking is illegal.
Yeah, and it's really funny too because her son Adam and I, we dabble in podcasting, him and I, and we made a little reaction podcast to him listening to Vampires Are Real off the new record. And I'll never post that one publicly because it's just a little fun thing that he and I do. But it was fun like recording his reactions to hearing Propaganda for the first time.
That's awesome.
Yeah. And we have it. I edited it, and it's a real podcast episode that no one but us can hear.
Question for Zoe. If Steve and your plant shelf were both found drowning in the lake.
No plant shelf.
Yeah, that's the right call.
Steve is just going to get dead over and over.
I'm fine with that.
Yeah.
Invest in a life jacket.
No one's saving you.
No one's
No,
saving
I
you.
don't deserve to be saved. Next question. I don't know if this question is for us. It seems like this question is for Chris Hanna, but how did Chris like touring this time around?
How did he like touring?
Yeah.
I'm sure not very much.
Yeah, who would?
It's not his favorite thing. I mean, he talks about that a lot on his own podcast, that he's like not really super into the whole touring aspect. But, you know, I would say probably not much at all.
That's fair.
And who would? Like, how could you enjoy that?
No, it sounds awful.
Like, we drove an hour to get here, and I was like, oh, I'm exhausted. Just like coming an hour up the road.
Next question. Greg, did you come out even or make any money from the book? I really enjoyed the Chris Brown episode and the conversation about the book with him. I hope you're still able to pay your mortgage, and it's a great book. Thank you for all your efforts.
Thank you.
Dustin.
Who wrote that?
Dustin.
Oh, awesome. Not making any money off the book. Basically, the book costs about $13 per copy from the publisher. And so I owe a ton of money. Whenever I get a batch of books, I essentially have to sell them, save the money, and then reimburse the publisher for the printing and shipping costs. And every book that I send costs $5.50 in shipping, plus materials to send it. I try to send them out to people where they can afford it, and it's not a lot. But having a British publisher has been a little complicated as far as distribution goes. But not making any money off of it, never thought I would. And but yeah, the Chris Brown episode, very, very good episode. I really enjoyed that guy in our conversation. He was the clavinet and Hammond player on Potemkin City Limits. And that was such a good conversation. And whenever he described Propaganda as, quote, high art, I was like, this is awesome. So really enjoy that one as well. The book has not been a big money-making endeavor, but thank you for the question.
And then we have one last question from Jamila. It says, what do you think makes the acoustic guitar an appealing instrument for many in terms of covering Propaganda songs?
The fact that Propaganda doesn't have any acoustic songs. Well, they did an acoustic version of Oka Everywhere, which they have like largely condemned, like because they were, you know, I think they were kind of bummed at how it turned out as like such a joke. But the fact that the songs translate so well acoustically just goes to the power of the songwriting in general. So I think that it's so cool to hear something that the band never does. Like, if you know, there was a band like Alkaline Trio or whatever. Like, Alkaline Trio has made acoustic songs on several of their records. So translating their songs to acoustic, there's not really like the novelty is not really there because the band themselves does that. They made a whole entire acoustic album. With Propaganda, it's something that band will not do themselves. So I think that it works really well because they don't do it.
I think also because people do acoustic covers because it's just easy to pick up an acoustic guitar and record rather than having to record like a lot of other instruments and stuff. Acoustic is just very, I can get this done in a pinch, which most of the covers we get in a pinch.
In a pinch. And a lot of the covers we've done have been recorded on voice memos apps on an iPhone. You know, people just hit record on the voice memo app, bust it out, email me the MP3, put them on the episode, you know. We're not looking at a very high level of recording sophistication for most of the covers, and that's what I like about them.
Oh.
I want them simple. I want it fast. I want it easy. I want one take. That's what I love about them.
There's zero professionalism in what we do.
Yes, less is more.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
Next, we're getting into our year-end list
Uh-huh.
part of
list.
it. Okay. So now we are going to, the first year-end list thing we're going to talk about is our top 5 new albums of the year. So we're going to go in order here. We will start with Zoe and work our way around to me, and we will start at Zoe's number 5, then Patrina's number 5, then Greg's number 5, and then my number 5.
Okay.
So, Zoe?
I only have 2.
I only have 3.
Okay.
So we
Okay.
I don't
really
listen
we
to a lot
voted
of
in
new
on
music.
this.
So Greg and I will start our 5s, and then we'll come to you for 3, and we'll go to Zoe for 2.
Perfect.
Okay.
Yes.
What's your 5?
My number 5 is Stinkbug, the band Stinkbug from Portland, Oregon, and the album is called Between Timid and Timbuktu, and it is an awesome proggy punk album where the people in the band are all very I think they're like classically trained or like jazz musicians who just like play proggy punk music. But my favorite song on the album is called Me and Kazubo, and they're very spacey and proggy and exciting and interesting, but also familiar. So it pushes the bounds of what I like about punk music, but incorporates a lot of Rush and Yes kind of stuff. So if you like punk music, like Fat Records or whatever, but you also like Rush, check out Stinkbug, Between Timid and Timbuktu. That's my number 5.
Love that. My number 5 is a Montreal band called Barf. But it's B.A.R.F. So that's an acronym, and it stands for Blasting All Rotten Fuckers.
Nice.
And the album is Visceral. They sing both in French and English.
Nice.
And the singer for Barf has an unbelievable vocals. They're just a really good, thrashy death metal band from Montreal that I've been listening to since I was 16 years old.
Nice. Awesome. Is it my turn again?
4.
Number 4 is a wonderful Buffalo band called Ghetto Black. They have an album called Sky is Blue. They're awesome. They're kind of like a mixture of Comeback Kid and AFI and Thursday almost. I'm friends with a couple guys in the band. They're super good. Their drummer, Mike Hansen, used to play in an awesome Buffalo band called Pentimento. And Mike was actually a guest on the podcast a while back, but Sky is Blue is awesome, and I think everybody should check it out. Especially if you're like a fan of like Black Sails era AFI and Comeback Kid, you'd love it.
Awesome. I'm going to have to check that out. I do like both of those things. My number 4, Gridiron Poetry from Pain. Do you know Gridiron?
No.
Gridiron, hardcore band, a lot of like metal elements, but with like straight up hip hop style vocals.
Nice.
Really, really good band. Super funny lyrics. Love Gridiron.
Awesome.
Okay, Patrina, number 3.
My number 3 is West End Girl by Lily Allen.
Nice.
I have liked her for a long time, and she basically came out of retirement this year to release a very messy divorce album about her shitty ex-husband, and it is extremely detailed, and I enjoy it quite a bit. So, West End Girl, Lily Allen.
Awesome. Is it my turn again?
It's your turn again.
Okay. What number are we on?
3.
We are on number 3. My number 3 is Faith in the Doghouse by Sulin Hago. Very interesting album. Sulin and I chatted about it for an hour on the podcast a while back, but very interesting record, very dancey, and I really love it. So it took me several listens to kind of like really groove with the album, but I listened to it in a lot of different settings, like going on runs, driving around in the car, going on walks, and Faith in the Doghouse, Sulin Hago, number 3.
Love it. My number 3 is Blood Dynasty by Arch Enemy. I love Arch Enemy.
Is it with Alyssa singing?
It's still Alyssa, yeah.
Didn't
they released
Alyssa
that
leave?
she just left the band. They released an album and she left the band this year.
Got it.
It's a great album. There's a French song on the album that I really, really like. It's like kind of a ballad. Love it. Her clean vocals in it are amazing.
Nice.
It's called Vivre Libre. Okay. Now we're into number 2s. Zoe's up.
Perfect. I don't listen to a lot of new music. I like what I like. But I'm going to check out that Lily Allen album because I used to really love her when I was in high school. So for me, number 2 would be the new Benson Boone album, American Heart. I've been listening to that a lot lately. I just love jamming out to it. It's really dancey too. Good time.
Katrina, number 2.
My number 2 is Everybody Scream by Florence and the Machine. You'll notice the trend of my albums are all women. I don't really like listening to boys. Yeah, love Florence and the Machine. How can you not? So,
My turn. Number 2.
Number 2.
Twitch Fits, Volume 3.
Great choice.
I love Twitch Fits. I love the Misfits a lot, but the thing that challenges me about listening to the Misfits is that all the songs are recorded in early 1980s cheap fashion, and so the recordings just sound kind of thin, and I just love that Twitch Fits gives that really modern recording technology boost to old Misfits songs, and their adaptations are amazing. Like, I love Cough Cool, the Cough Cool adaptation, and I also love that they do Graves era stuff.
The
like
Dig Up Her Bones on it is amazing.
It's perfect. So I love Cough Cool, and I love the Dig Up Her Bones versions as well. So I'm going with Twitch Fits.
Colin's vocals are awesome.
He's so good.
He's so good for that.
Yeah.
My number 2, Springsteen, Electric Nebraska.
Ooh, is that
From-
new?
From the Nebraska box set
Oh, cool.
that just came out. It's been in the vault, Springsteen vault, for over 40 years.
wow.
And it just got released, and for decades, he denied its existence because he forgot.
This is a dubious choice for a 2025 album release.
But
It was released.
It was.
It came out. Electric Nebraska didn't exist
Yeah.
before this year.
That recording is as old as I am.
Yeah. Anyways, it's wonderful, and if anyone has a chance to pick up that Nebraska box set, it's great. And Zoe got it for me for Christmas, but I saw it being delivered outside, and I picked it up, and I ruined the Christmas present. So
Love
I've
it.
had
Yep.
it for 2 months.
Oh my God.
It's really hard when Steve's office is at the front door.
Yeah.
I can't really intercept gifts when I'm in the basement. So
Yeah. Well, congratulations on your wonderful Christmas present. I hope you told him that you're getting one less thing for Christmas now because of this.
Yeah.
Zoe, your number 1 album of the year.
My number 1 album of the year is the Turnstile Never Enough album. I love Turnstile, and I'll get into that more in a bit as well. But it's just such a good time, and I really love their music, and getting to see it this year too was really cool. So that's me.
My number 1 album is Album of the Year, Ego Death at a Bachelorette Party by Hayley Williams of Paramore. So good. I have it on heavy rotation, and her SNL performance was amazing, and she just rocks. So
And we listened to it on the drive the
we
whole
did-
way here.
It's a long album. It took the entire drive here
Yeah.
to get through it. But I've listened to it a whole bunch. So
Yeah, we
love
got
it.
off at Nikola Tesla Boulevard, and the album ended.
yeah,
Oh, perfect.
All the way from our house, all the way to Nikola Tesla Boulevard here in Hamilton.
yeah,
That's awesome.
Yeah.
she rocks.
I wonder what Greg's number 1 album of the year is.
Propagandy at Peace. Enough said.
Never heard of it.
I'll talk about it a lot more in the months to come, but it's my number 1. Shocker.
My number 1.
Yeah.
Apologies to the listeners of this show.
Uh-oh.
Is not Propagandy.
Yeah, it didn't even make the top 5. That's
Not
so
a-
funny.
Not in my top 5. I'm sorry, guys. My number 1 is the Weapon X Demo 2.
Oh, yeah, you love that.
I love that so much.
It's the guy from Knocked Loose, right?
It's a bunch of the guys from Knocked Loose, Inclination. That demo 2 is unbelievable. It's so good. The song they do with Carl from Earth Crisis on it is so good.
I did listen to that. That's a good one. Does anybody have any honorable mentions they'd like to add?
Well, I wish I had thought to include Sulan
Mm.
because I love Sulan and
Yeah.
great album. So
Yeah.
we'll put that in there as my number 4.
Any
Yeah.
other honorable
You
mentions?
have an honorable mention, Zoe?
No, I don't know what was released this year.
I'll honorable mention At Peace just to get people off my back.
Okay, I've got a couple other ones. Transcontinental Tour by Kyle, a.k.a. B.
Oh, yeah,
was
that-
2025. And that
That's-
was, yeah.
I like that.
It came out in January of 2025.
Okay, I remember we
so
did that episode a long time
long
ago.
time. Also, Elway, Nobody's Going to Heaven. Shout out to Tim Brown. And Model Martel, a couple thousand times, is a good Cleveland band that I enjoy. And shout out to Dr. Tim Gill from Model Martel, friends of the podcast.
Looks like we all enjoyed some new music this year.
Yeah, good times.
That was great.
I tell you what, for me, listening to music this year has been transformed because I bought a new car, and
Oh.
I have CarPlay in my car now. And before, I had a 2009 Toyota Highlander with a 6-disc CD changer in it, but the volume knob was broken, so the volume was permanently stuck at like 40, which is very loud in a car. And so every time I wanted to listen to music, it was one of 6 CDs at
Full.
full volume.
What were the 6 CDs?
Insomniac was in there.
Good choice.
Yeah. I listened to lots of Insomniac.
Insomniac is
in that
is
car.
probably my favorite Green Day record.
It's a perfect record. 86.
86 is the Green Day's best song.
It is a perfect song. But lots of Insomniac. Dead Bob, the John Wright band after No Means No was in there. And then Let's Talk More Rock and Failed States for sure.
Huh. Interesting. Now we're going to transition away from our new albums to, because I know, like, obviously we listen to music, but like, what are the 5 records you listen to most this year? Does everyone have 5? Everyone has 5.
Yeah.
No, I actually have like nothing because I just listen to playlists a lot. And so if I were to take what Apple Music says are my top albums, it would be like a bunch of video game music that my kids steal like horrible. And the world's most famous Kansas City Chiefs fan, who I feel that is not an accurate representation of my tastes. But if I listened to an album, like other than the 3 that I said were my new releases, like they ended up there in the top. So I'm going to sit this part of the list out.
Zoe, you can start.
Okay. I have to remember.
Number 5.
Number 5. So for me, number 5 is Honeymoon by Beach Bunny, which I think I also had on my year-end
Last
list
year.
last year. So
and I
it's just
checked out Beach Bunny because of you.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
Yeah, so I really enjoy that. It's really chill music, so I put it on a lot when I'm working.
My turn.
No, you're number 5.
My Chemical Romance, Welcome to the Black Parade,
Nice.
has made a resounding return
It's
to my
because
life.
of my kids.
Yes, they are obsessed with it, and they are really into Black Parade, and they're going to see Black Parade in Minnesota in a couple months with their dad, which is very exciting for them. But I started listening to that a lot because I got that electronic drum set, and I've been playing Dead on the drum set a ton. But yeah, Welcome to the Black Parade has been my number 5.
Great choice.
Yeah.
I remember when that record came out. That was
Game changer.
Oh my god, it was
It's
great.
absolutely awesome. And like I think I was too cool for it when it came out back then. I thought it was too gimmicky or something like that.
I had a pre-order for it. That I got the Black Parade T-shirt with it.
Yeah, I think that I was just too cool for it when it came out originally, but man, it's such an awesome record.
Coming from the power metal world, I'm always a fan of concept records.
Yeah. Yeah, and I finally relaxed a lot about my music fandom, so love that record now.
My number 5, little local band that I don't know if everyone has heard of. They released a record called Let It Be, the Beatles.
Yep.
Let It Be is my number 5.
I'm
You
not
call them
familiar.
Local.
Yeah, local to the Liverpool area.
They're not local.
Liverpudlians in the comments section.
Yeah, Beatles Let It Be is my number 5 record of the year. If you haven't heard it, go check it out. It's all right.
Yeah.
So you're number 4.
My number 4 is The Rise and Fall of the Midwest Princess by Chappell Roan.
Great record.
Yeah, I just love. That's a good car record, and I was driving around a lot with my cousin for her wedding this summer, so we were blasting that quite a bit at the
So
Bachelorette.
good. So good.
Gregory.
Number 4. Never Neverland by Unto Others. Have you ever heard them?
No.
They are a gothy, slow metal band with all clean vocals,
Love it.
sung in a very low register, similar to another one of your favorite bands. And so if you've never heard Never Neverland by Unto Others, check them out because they are awesome.
I think I'm going to do that. That sounds like something I would like.
Yeah, you would love it, I promise.
My number 4. Again, I'm not sure if you may have heard of this person, but the record is called All Things Must Pass by an unknown artist named George Harrison,
Mm-hmm.
maybe from the Beatles.
You are going way back with this tops list this year, aren't you?
Yeah.
If you can't tell, Steve has a hyperfixation problem.
And yeah, that George Harrison record is awesome. I love George Harrison.
Nice.
Sorry, number 3.
My number 3 is the Dolly Rot self-titled album. That's another like candy pop punk band that I really, really love. And that album is, I think, 2013 or something. But yeah, I really love it. So again, really dancey kind of, but still has that kind of punky vibe to it.
Gregory, your number 3.
Worst Summer Ever by my favorite Buffalo band, Del Paxton. Love them. They are kind of I've mentioned them on the podcast many times. But if anybody has not yet checked out Del Paxton, check out Worst Summer Ever. I listened to it apparently a ton this year. Surf's Up by Del Paxton was one of my top songs of the year. And I was like, oh man, I did listen to a lot of Del Paxton this year. They're just a great band for me.
Was it the worst summer ever?
No, not at all. It was a great summer, actually.
Do you think that's why you like the record? Because it was such a good summer?
Maybe. I just love them. I think that Greg from Del Paxton is my favorite drummer in the local Buffalo scene. Zach from Del Paxton is a friend. And I connect with music a lot when I know the people making the music. Like if I know the people personally.
You'd be like, oh, you're not a terrible person. I like your music.
Yeah. And so I just tend to gravitate towards music that people that I know have made. You know, I think that's why I go back to the Sue Lynn record a lot. Like, I feel like with Sue Lynn's record, a lot of Propaganda fans it's not going to be like their vibe, but like knowing Sue Lynn and knowing how hard Sue Lynn worked on the record, I'm like, man, this is just so cool. Same thing with Del Paxton. Like knowing the guys in the band a little bit, it just kind of makes me connect with it a little more personally.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
My number 3. Again, not sure if you've heard of this band, but the record is called Abbey Road by the Beatles.
Wow. This is so funny. Did you get all these from like your title metrics?
Yeah.
Nice.
So yeah, Beatles number. So the thing is that the Let It Be was number 5, but it was also number 6 because I've been listening to 2 different versions of Let It Be. So technically, Let It Be should probably be my number 1 because it was 5 and 6. So if you add 5 and 6 together, it probably equals number 1.
Yeah, it equals 11.
But yeah, so
11 out of 10.
But yeah, so Abbey Road is my number 3. I listened to a lot of Beatles this year.
That's interesting. Have you always been a Beatles fan? A big Beatles guy?
I like the Beatles, but this year, I as Zoe said, I went hard on the Beatles this year.
That's funny.
It's because I watched that Beatles
the Disney thing.
The Disney documentary.
Yeah.
I loved it.
Yeah, I liked it too.
And then I just went super hard on Beatles all year.
Nice.
After that.
What number are we on?
Zoe's number 2.
Go for it.
So my number 2 and my number 1 kind of go together because I listen to them back to back, especially when I'm exercising. So, and for clarity,
But only do number 2.
no, I know,
Okay.
but for clarity, like I don't actually listen to my own music all that much, like, and I don't play music from my phone very much. So I feel like this isn't even necessarily a good representation of what I'm actually listening to, because if we just listen to your phone a lot, even when I choose music, it's on your phone.
Yeah, and you've listened to a lot of Beatles this year.
Yeah. I mean, my top 5 is probably technically his top 5, but so my number 2 is the Sour record by Olivia Rodrigo.
Yes.
Nice.
I love her records. They're super fun.
And Gloria was listening to that in the car a lot this year too. So yeah. What number are we on?
Number 2, Gregory.
Okay. So I ruined Patrina's music algorithm this year.
Oh my God. Yes, I know what this is going to be.
With Typo Negative. Bloody Kisses. I listened to Life is Killing Me and Bloody Kisses by Typo Negative so much this year. I just think that song Christian Woman is one of the craziest things I've ever heard in my entire life. So I am honoring your 2024 year-end list by having that become on my list, because I just think that Peter Steele is one of the wildest rock vocalists of all time. And I just went so hard on Typo Negative all year long.
Unbelievable
It did
band.
make it into my Apple Music summary because of you playing it in the
Yeah,
kitchen.
I listen to it in the kitchen all the time. So her Apple Music is attached to like our screen in the kitchen, and so I would be cooking and I'd be like, Alexa, play Typo Negative, and then it would just be 2 straight hours of me cooking food.
Just singing Jesus Christ Looks Like Me.
Jesus Christ looks like me. Jesus Christ. So good. And then when he does that Corpus Christi line, and it's like, dude, it's like the lowest note ever.
I love on the. Do you listen to the live record, Origin of Feces?
I've listened to
Or the fake live record.
What's funny is like I haven't even listened to all Typo Negative yet. I'm still digesting October Rust, Bloody Kisses, and Life is Killing Me.
World Coming Down. Don't sleep on that.
I know. I've only listened to World Coming Down twice.
So good.
It's just like I'm digesting those first 3 records that I really got into, and I'm just like not done with them yet. You know what I mean?
Everyone can just wait for the inevitable transition for when this becomes Unscripted Moments, a podcast about Typo Negative.
I mean, it's so good. And it's just like, I just love how slow the band is. I'm like, this is just where I am in my life now. So much slower, much less frenetic. And I just love them.
And just generally okay with being sad.
Yeah, I just love that band so much. So yeah, I love that I ruined Patrina's Apple Music algorithm with my kitchen cooking listening habits.
My number 2 is Arch Enemy Deceivers. Great record.
That's not the new one, right?
Not the new one, no.
Okay.
It's a great record. Alyssa does more clean vocals on this record, and I really like it.
Nice.
Solid tunes. Zoe, your number 1 record listened to of the year.
My number 1 is Guts by Olivia Rodrigo.
Nice. I mean, Propagandy at peace. It's no contest.
My number 1 listened to record of the year. Lost Together by Blue Rodeo.
An actual local band.
Sorry?
More local.
More or
than
less a local band. They're from Toronto, but
from Canada.
I love Blue Rodeo.
Yeah.
I've loved them for many, many years. They were my mom's favorite band, so I have like a bit of a connection with that. I love Blue Rodeo, and this year was the 40th anniversary of Lost Together, so I listened to it a ton.
Awesome.
And Zoe and I jam out to like Blue Rodeo songs on acoustic guitar together a lot, so yeah, Blue Rodeo Lost
So
Together.
you're playing drums a lot, right? Are you playing that drum set a lot?
I wouldn't say a lot, but I'm trying.
Yeah.
I'm trying to get back to it.
I love electronic drums so much.
Yeah. I have a lot of fun playing.
Well, that time I came over here when you guys first got that drum set in there was like transformative for me. And then I like obsessively price shopped and compared electronic drum sets for like a year straight. And I kept being like, I'm going to buy an electronic drum set. And just never got around to it because things kept coming up with money, but I managed to finally procure an electronic drum set as well, and it's just been so nice to just play drums and not have my ears immediately hate life.
It's so fun. Last night, Zoe and I jammed. Zoe was playing drums. I was playing guitar. I figured out a way to get my guitar feed to go directly into the line-in of the drums.
Oh, cool.
So we're both playing headphones, making no real noise out loud, and just able to jam. Super fun.
That's the best. That's the only way I would want to jam with people now.
Oh, it's
straight in the
you
headphones.
feel so much better.
Yeah, because I just can't deal with the noise. I have 2 acoustic drum sets in the basement.
Cymbal noise. Ugh.
I can't stand it. Like, I don't understand why like bands don't rehearse on electronic drum sets, like, and just rehearse like that all the time. But
because people are tone snobs.
Yeah.
Oh God, Paul just rolled his eyes at me. I can feel it.
Yeah, all the way 1,200 miles away in Winnipeg, Paul Hodger is rolling his eyes.
God.
Oh God. Okay, where are we at?
That's it for this. So now we're going to move on to the top 5 live sets we've seen of the year. Do we all have 5?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Okay, cool. So we're going to start with Zoe's number 5.
My number 5 is Blind Guardian, which we just recently saw in November.
Queen Elizabeth Theatre in Toronto.
Yeah. I'm not a huge Blind Guardian fan, but I like going to the shows because I like watching all the super nerdy guys just really rock out. I think it's hilarious and I love it and it's good for them. And Steve is one of them. So it kind of just makes me happy to watch Steve be really happy. And this year was the hardest I've ever seen him go at a show because he usually doesn't move and you don't know if he's enjoying himself or not.
That's how I am.
He's like completely like dead standstill, and I'm just like, I don't know why we're here if you don't like this. But this year he really rocked out to Blind Guardian, so I very much enjoyed that.
My number 5 was a show that we were all at together, but it was not Propagandy. It was Cross Dog opening for Propagandy. Freaking loved her. She just had a great vibe, and I was enjoying it a lot. So, Cross Dog, number 5.
Are they a Toronto band?
Peterborough. Yeah, which is like east of here. That's where my brother lives, but yeah, they were really good. I forgot about that.
Yeah,
I really enjoyed her
Kathleen
too.
Hanna vibe. Like, I just liked her. I don't know.
Yeah, no, I did too.
Range
I forgot
was
about
good.
that, but yeah, I really enjoyed that.
Yeah, that was an interesting band too because they didn't have a guitar player. The bass was the lead instrument.
They rocked.
Yeah, so cool. Stephen Yarushi was really excited about Cross Dog as well. Nice shout out.
Yeah.
What number are we on?
5.
Okay,
We just started.
We just started. Yeah.
Just starting.
Mine is Saves the Day, who I just saw the other day at Better Lovers' annual holiday show in Buffalo. Saves the Day was amazing. I couldn't believe how good Chris Conley sounded.
Dare I ask, did they save the day with their performance?
For me, yes.
I thought so,
Yeah.
because you were super excited when we were talking about
For
it.
me,
so.
absolutely. Actually, as soon as Saves the Day finished, I left. I left the show. I skipped Glassjaw. I skipped Better Lovers. Saves the Day finished, and I was out the door. I was like, I'm good.
Not getting any better than that.
It wasn't, and they were amazing. And I hadn't seen Saves the Day in 24 years. And Chris Conley looks exactly the same as he did 24 years ago.
That clip you sent me of At Your Funeral was awesome.
Unbelievable. He sounded perfect. Couldn't believe it. I was
I was
blown
shocked
away.
at how good it was.
Yeah. So Saves the Day, Blissmas.
My number 5 is a 3-way tie between Twitch Fits, Mind Force, and Whispers
You are
at,
such a cheater.
He's
at
always
Tied
a
Down in
cheater.
Detroit.
Well, I guess it's from one show.
It's from one show.
Okay.
Okay, but all mine are from that show separately, so.
We're still. Shh. So those 3 bands, Twitch Fits, seeing Twitch Fits live, the show is insane.
Yeah.
You can look it up on YouTube. Hate56
He did the whole set?
has the whole set. It's up there. It's amazing. The crowd went insane.
Yeah, Twitch Fits is so good.
Mind Force. I mean, who doesn't love watching Jay from Mind Force literally do anything? He's hilarious, and the crowd went absolutely insane for Mind Force. And then Whispers. They're from Thailand, and they were probably the most surprising set of Tied Down. They came out and like there was tears in everyone's eyes in the audience because of like just the connection of them coming over from Thailand and their connection to Speed. They were so good.
Nice.
And that Whispered record, I believe it's called Ong Bak. It is so good.
Nice.
That's my number 5. Cheating.
That perfectly sets me up for my number 4, which is Speed from Tied Down. I love watching them play. They have so much energy. I love the flute bit. I think it's hilarious. And also that like part of that is just that moment because Speed is the ones who like really brought them over from Thailand and like made that connection. And so watching like the guys from Speed basically be in tears about the guys from Whispers playing was just like such a magical like thing to watch. So that was really cool. So yeah, Speed, my number 4.
All right. My number 4 is Hello Goodbye. They
Oh, yeah.
opened for Jackson Anakin at History, which was our first time at History. It's a really cool venue. I liked it.
Shout out to Drake.
Shout out to Drake.
We know him.
We do. But yeah, that was really fun. Just nostalgic, emo pop music of back in the day. So
Totally.
fun.
Yeah, they were so good. number 4, right?
Correct, number 4.
Boss's Daughter, a.k.a. Bossy D, at Sportsman's Tavern in Buffalo, New York. And
Legendary venue.
yeah, it really is. And it's like a notorious country and western bar. But Bossy D, Chris from Bossy D has been on the podcast. He did the Anti-Manifesto cover for this podcast.
Is that the venue all the Bills line dance at?
No, that's the stage in Clarence.
Yeah.
And but Bossy D was on tour with Ultraman, featuring Greg Norton from Husker Du, Derek O'Brien from Social Distortion, and Ryan from Soul Asylum. But they all crashed to my house after the show, and Derek O'Brien from Social Distortion broke a window in my bathroom at my house, which I got replaced. But Bossy D at Sportsman's was so awesome, and their drummer Jamie is so good. One of the most underrated punk rock drummers that there is, and those guys are so fun, and I love them. And I was delighted that they came through Buffalo because it's an easy place to miss for a lot of bands.
That's sweet.
Yeah.
My number 4 is also from Tied Down in Detroit. It is Trial. I've loved Trial for 25, 27 years, whatever. I saw them last in 1999, and then they stopped playing together forever. They reunited to play Tied Down last year, and I was so excited to see Trial again.
Yeah, I have, like, some of those huge festivals, it's a lot to go to those things.
It is
so hard on the body.
Yep.
But man, those festivals really do draw out some of those bands that are less active, like last year when you guys saw Have Heart. And they're not a super active band, but having those big festivals where it's like a slam dunk for the band to reunite and play successfully in front of a huge,
play in front of like
crowd.
5,000 people, where the crowd's going to go insane.
Yeah.
So Trial were awesome. They played Are These Our Lives in its entirety, which is my favorite Trial record. I love it. It was a great not closing the chapter, because I'll obviously keep listening to Trial, but I know I'll never get to see them again, and it was a great send-off for me. I loved it.
Awesome.
I'm a big fan of Greg from Trial.
I'm a big fan of Greg's in general.
Me too.
Yeah. Thank you, honey.
I think in terms of the festival stuff, like, I don't think I could do any other one, but the Tied Down Festival so tightly ran, and it's like really, really good. Like, it can still be a lot, but
shout out to Jimmy for running an unbelievable festival.
Yeah, like, it's always on time, like, and it's like it ends early on Sunday. Like, they just do a really good.
Like, we had one day where like bands finished it by 9:30.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
wild.
if I go to a show and the set time, say the first band will be on at 7:30 and they go on at 7:34, I'm pissed.
He's so mad.
I'm like
he no longer likes that band.
Yeah, like I will, like, bands that go on late are like dead to me.
If I can just re-shout out, I don't know if it was last year or the year before, but when Green Day played Coachella and Greg was watching the Green Day feed, I was getting probably
rage texts.
15 rage texts like a minute, because Greg could not handle the fact that they were wait, are they playing Bohemian Rhapsody in its entirety? The whole song?
He was so mad.
He was so upset. I was like, I can't even handle this anymore.
If I can say in his defense, we were real grumpy because watching Coachella, we just realized how old we are and like completely out of touch. We're like, who is this band? What are they doing? Like, we felt grumpy, but yeah, he does not like Green Day anymore.
Oh my!
I love Green Day.
Like, I'm never listening to Green Day again. This is
I was
terrible.
so mad.
Billy Joe is never coming on this podcast.
Man, I did invite Mike Dirnt on this podcast.
You were enraged.
I was mad.
So mad.
I can't stand when things that are so simple are late. I'm like, live music has existed for so many years, and you can't go on stage at 7:30 if you say you're going to go on stage at 7:30. Like, I cannot do it. I can't stand it. I think it's disrespectful to the audience. It makes me mad.
Just a little side tangent right here, but what's everyone's favorite Greg's meltdown of the year.
Had
Just
to
right
be
now.
Bills related, but it might be
Because
that too.
There's that one was really good, and then the other one
The group
was
chat one.
with the group chat one where Greg decided he didn't want to get any text messages from anyone and
was
just
the
started
Bills home
losing
opener.
it. Yeah, the Bills home opener game where
was
Greg
so
just
I can't
Too many group chats.
If you'll remember that it was an insane comeback, and he went to bed because he was so mad that they lost.
he was
and-
upset because he was getting text
and
messages
because
while
there
they were
too
losing.
many texts. So I got home and I woke him up and I was like, "Honey, we won," and he was like, "They didn't deserve it."
I was like sound
he
asleep.
was so mad.
I was like, they didn't deserve.
Is it better? Yeah. Oh,
We're back on time,
Yeah,
too.
we're back on. Sorry about that. We had a little incident
Ooh.
there because Greg's meltdowns caused the computer to stop recording. but we're
Yes,
back.
yes. I melt down in very specific ways. But the I'm not responding to any more text messages. I was having all these like group texts going off, and I was trying to watch the football game, and I was like, I can't stand this anymore. There's too many text messages, and then I was like, I told Steve, I was like, I'm not responding to any more of your text messages today.
And the Bills were losing.
Yeah.
It was, you know.
And then Greg went to bed
He had feelings
sulking,
about it.
and then the Bills wound up winning, and then Patrina and I kept texting, and Greg was just not
Yep.
having any of
That
it.
was my favorite part, though, because he was like mad because our Pick'em group was like
Oh, yeah,
also
that-
really
Oh, the Pick'em
active.
group. There was
but
a
then
lot,
like really the most text messages were coming from you, Patrina.
know,
So it's like Greg's really just mad at Patrina.
Well, there was the Allen Family Hog Farm
Yes,
group.
that is our
there
other-
was
our
the
football group text.
There was the Pick'em League. There was Steve
four
and
of us.
Patrina and Zoe.
Yeah.
So I had these
I
like
don't even think I was in
Zoe
it. I
wasn't
was
in
just
it at
sitting
that
on the
point.
couch.
You were an
bes-
innocent
It was just me and
bystander to the
Patrina.
meltdown.
Oh my god.
It
So
was
yeah.
just us.
I
I
w-
just wanted to share the joy.
I was just
You
overwhelmed.
did not want that.
I was so overwhelmed. I was not in the mood for joy. I was not in the mood for camaraderie. I was in the mood for sulking and pain. And yeah, well, we all saw how that worked out.
Okay, my number 3 favorite set
Wait,
of the
Not
year.
your
Even
turn.
on.
It's my turn.
I haven't even done my 3.
No, you did
No,
your
you did.
3.
No, I did trial, which is 4.
Yeah, we're on the first round of
Oh,
3.
we're
I
on the
haven't
first-
done my 3.
Oh,
Oh, you cut the line.
yeah. I guess we lost track. Okay, so Zoe's number 3.
Yeah. Thank you. My number 3 is the Twitch Fit set at Tied Down.
Hell
and
yeah.
Steve's already spoken about it, but it was really cool. They were the surprise band, which was awesome because I really wasn't expecting them. Which I feel like now hindsight we probably should have expected them. It's almost always a call-in band.
But they only do it on Halloween every
Yeah,
year, so it was
usually,
really
right? So, but it was really cool because those are songs like I'll never get to see like at my age, right? Like there's so many like bands that I'll never get to see that I love because they're older and like things I grew up with my dad, and so just seeing someone else do it was really really cool.
And
so
actual
so
Misfits
fun.
are never going to come up here, and I
Yeah.
don't know if we're not going to pay the $500 that's going
No,
to be
I-
to see actual Misfits now at this
Yeah.
point.
I don't know that I would want to. You know what I mean? Like I think
Seeing like someone who saw 2 of the Misfits shows in 2019
Mhm.
and then saw Twitch Fits. Like, yeah, it was cool seeing Misfits at MSG, but like seeing the Twitch Fits play those songs
Like,
in a
with the
venue where people
energy,
can like
yeah.
stage dive and do all that, kind of cooler.
Yeah. I mean, I was at that Madison Square Garden show in 2019 as well, and I think the tickets were $125
Yeah.
back then.
Now just with surge pricing, they would just be insane.
Yeah, now Danzig's 5 years older. You know what I mean? They're not going to get better.
yeah,
No.
exactly.
Katrina, number 3, 4, 3, 3, 3.
3. My number 3, I think I'm overlapping with Greg on this one, but our Goo Goo Dolls, an evening with the Goo Goo Dolls at Town Ballroom. Super cool because we saw them in the summer. Was it August? We saw them at the arena where the hockey team plays. And so that was the opposite end of the spectrum. And then to see them at like a tiny little venue in Buffalo as a benefit concert was super fun. And there was no opener, so we got out of there early, which is always nice. And we had a great viewing spot. So it was just kind of fun to see like legendary Buffalo hometown band in a tiny venue, intimate space.
Goo Goo Dolls rock.
Literally.
Yeah, they do. It's like hit after hit.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, and then when they play "You Wreck Me" by Tom Petty.
Oh yeah, they did a Tom Petty cover.
Oh my God. Is it my turn?
Yeah, 3.
It is.
So I'm gonna piggyback off what Patrina said just now about Goo Goo Dolls, and I'm gonna choose the Arena Goo Goo Dolls show because Dashboard opened and that was awesome, but also because we took my daughter Gloria to the show. So while I enjoyed the Town Ballroom Goo Goo Dolls set substantially more, having Gloria there with us was very special. And we couldn't get seats together, so Gloria and Patrina actually sat together, and watching them build their relationship and stuff is very special to me. So I was a few rows back and I was like checking on them, like peering down there. But Gloria was loving it. She was like taking pictures the whole time and like
She's a
sending
much more animated concert viewer than you. Like what you were saying about Steve not moving. Like Greg doesn't. If they instruct us to put our hands up or something, like he doesn't do it.
Yeah.
And so then I was just like laughing because Chris Krabba was like, "Everybody get on your feet," and she did, and I was like, "Oh, we're standing, okay."
Yeah.
We do the things.
Yeah, we're doing the things they said to do.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
Greg and I are very much passive concert people.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, I can't stand when the person next to me is like singing too loudly, like at a concert. Like,
no.
oh my God.
I never know what to do with my hands.
Yeah.
Where do I put my arms? What
Yeah.
do I do?
Up
And
in the
then-
air.
Yeah.
That's why they tell you.
Yeah.
So yeah, Goo Goo Dolls.
That was your
just
number 3?
Absolutely love them. Yep.
My number 3 is Moneen from Bridgeworks here in Hamilton. I've seen Moneen, like I want to say, probably 30 times at this point in my life. I love Moneen. Their shows from back in Theory of Harmonial Value days were some of the best shows I've ever seen in my life. They were so fun. They were crazy. And having not seen them for probably 15 to 20 years at this point, seeing them again now was really good. Nostalgia pop. They look like they're having fun playing. It was just a really good time being there.
I've seen them one time. I believe they opened for MXPX in St. Louis at the pageant in like 2003. It was a great show.
Yeah, I love them. They're another local-ish band from Brampton.
Nice.
Zoe, your number 2.
Okay, so my number 2 is Gridiron at Tied Down this year because they are just the most hilarious band and I love them. And they did exactly what I was hoping they would do and that I told Steve I wanted them to do, and then they played it, which was perfect. So they have a song called 25/8 about being harder than 24/7. And then they, on their new album, released a sequel to that song called 26/9. And they played 25/8 and stopped halfway through and changed into 26/9. And it was just the most hilarious thing. And the lyrics are hilarious. And it was just like a perfect golden moment of hilarity. And I loved it so much. It
Shout
was
out to
exactly what
Gridiron.
I wanted.
Gridiron are awesome.
Do they sing about football?
No.
No.
Okay. Whenever I think of
Well, it's like they have a lot of sports metaphors, right?
Oh,
Like it's
okay.
a lot of like there's a song called Mascot. There's a song about like you're on the bench.
Yeah, like
right.
you're on the bench, I'm in the trench. And
Yeah.
then the sequel to that is Mascot. You're not even on the bench anymore. Now you're the mascot. So,
Nice.
It's just stuff like that, and I just love it so much. And I love that they did exactly what I wanted them to do by switching into that song halfway through and being like, no, hold on, we're now even harder than 25/8. We go 26/9.
Nice.
yeah, the Gridiron are so fun.
Nice.
They share members with Never Ending Game from Detroit. But yeah, really, really good band.
Cool.
People should check out Gridiron.
I've never heard them, so I feel like I need to do that now. You've convinced me.
Katrina, your number dos.
Number 2 will be Black Violin,
Oh.
which was super cool. We just randomly happened upon them because I was at a godforsaken work meeting in Nashville back in February, and we decided we wanted to go see something at the Ryman Auditorium, and that was what was playing. And it's these two guys with violins and like a really cool turntablist, and it's like R&B, soul, jazz, hip hop fusion.
Yeah.
On violin. And
Unbelievable.
So cool. Really good time, and a total surprise. We knew nothing about them. We just walked in and had our minds blown.
Yeah.
Love that.
What did they win whenever they got discovered? It was some kind of thing at the Apollo in New York City, right?
Oh yeah. That's how they. But what was it like?
Night at the Apollo?
Yeah.
Showtime at the Apollo.
Maybe that's it.
Yeah, it might have been that. I can't remember the whole history of them, but it was really cool. And they brought out their band teacher from like middle school, because she is a teacher now at a Nashville school.
Yeah, if you
and
want
so
to,
they had like students come out and play their string instruments. It was just really awesome.
Yeah, if you're looking for something totally out of left field, if you're like a rock music person primarily, check out Black Violin, because it was a great night. What number are we on?
2. You're number 2.
I can't count. It's Saturday morning. So I've got a out of left field choice, but I'm gonna go with Cirque du Soleil. In Las Vegas.
Wow.
Yeah, we went to Las Vegas.
Also for a godforsaken work trip.
Yeah, and I had
And Greg had his most successful book signing of the entire tour.
I sold 2 copies at that, and I sat in the front of this bookstore called Las Vegas Books in a strip mall, and this one guy off of Chris Hanna's Patreon shows up, and he's like, I'll take 2 copies. I was like, bro, you made my day. And so, yeah, we did have a book signing event in Las Vegas, but we went and saw Cirque du Soleil, and how close were we? What were we?
We were in like the second row.
Oh,
yeah.
Unbelievable.
We were in the splash zone.
Yeah. It was fabulous.
It's a pool. They like jump into the pool.
Yeah, and if we're talking about best live performances, these people are like absolutely elite athletes, and they're unbelievable, and it was incredible. And the whole time I felt like I was just seeing something completely unique. So
I
Cirque du
love that
Soleil.
as a choice.
Yeah.
Oh, that's great. I've always wanted to go to Cirque du Soleil.
100%. You gotta.
Yeah. Considering I'm from Montreal, I've never seen Cirque du Soleil.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I want to do Cirque du Soleil, and I really want to do the Hans Zimmer show.
Yeah, I would like to do that.
Because I just need to hear Pirates of the Caribbean live, because that's my favorite movie of all time.
That would be very epic.
Yeah, there's a lot of Cirque du Soleil options in Vegas too.
They're
But
coming to Buffalo soon.
Oh, really?
For, like, they have a Christmas themed one. So.
Yeah, you guys got to do it. It was so good.
My number 2 is the 40th anniversary Lost Together Blue Rodeo tour that I saw in November.
Awesome.
It was amazing. It was at the First Ontario Concert Center in Hamilton. So was it like a
theater,
like a theater style with like box kind of seats and balconies and mezzanine and all that stuff. It was awesome. Blue Rodeo rock. Like,
that's great.
Straight up, I think they're a criminally underrated Canadian
I think they're
band.
your Goo Goo Dolls.
I think Tragically Hip get all of the credit that Blue Rodeo deserve.
I really can't argue. I've never really been a Tragically Hip guy. Whenever I've heard their stuff, I'm like, yeah.
I've never connected with it.
I haven't either. So I mean, I connect with like the Arkells more than I do with Tragically Hip. So.
Yeah, Blue Rodeo rock. Highly recommend. Lost Together. If you can go see Blue Rodeo, absolutely go and do it. So that's my number 2. Okay, Zoe, your favorite set of the year.
I need to preface this that I went through an extreme amount of pain for the space, the viewing position that we had for this, but my number 1 set of the year is Turnstile at Tie Down. I was really excited when they announced that they were coming, because it was like last minute.
They got announced a month before the show.
Yeah.
So cool.
And I was just, because I wasn't super into like any of the bands at the set. Like Steve was really excited about Trial, but for me it was like I just didn't have anything I like super wanted to see. So when they announced that, I was like beyond excited because I love them. And yeah, so we had like standing space at the very front of the balcony, like overlooking the stage, and it was just awesome to watch. It was a no barricade show as well for Turnstile, like, which is rare for them now too. So to do it in that space was like really, really cool.
Seeing Turnstile play like an actual hardcore show
Yeah.
Yeah.
was awesome. It
Nice.
was insane.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, Sonny filmed it, but I don't know if that has made its way online yet.
Yeah, he always gets the bands to clear the footage that he
Yeah.
takes. Like he filmed the last Every Time I Die festival in
And
Buffalo,
that's never
and
seen the light of day.
And yeah, because they won't clear it because they hate each other.
But yeah, if anyone looks on YouTube or whatever, try and find Turnstile at Tied Down, because it was crazy.
And we stood in that spot for 8 hours. Like, we did not move from that location so that we could be in that spot. And then we had to deal with like people behind us complaining that we were in the way. Like, and that, like, it's like I stood here all day, like, for this. Like, no way. Like,
buddy, you show up 5 minutes before they go on, and you're upset that we're standing in front of you.
Right.
Yeah.
Like, chill.
Have some dedication.
Like, come on.
Mm-hmm.
Relax there, tank top. He was wearing a tank top.
Right. I got it. I picked up what you were putting down. My number one was Jack's Mannequin,
Mhm.
not to be confused with Wax Mannequin, which was also awesome at the Propagandy show. But Jack's Mannequin, I've seen Andrew McMahon a ton of times over the years in his different bands, and I think that every single time is special and awesome, and I just love his progression from like something corporate to Jack's Mannequin and then on to his solo stuff. Just a nice progression. And so he reunited Jack's Mannequin and did a tour, and it was really cool. And yeah,
Dark Blue, all-time
I know.
banger.
Yeah.
What was Wax Mannequin? The Brian Adams is on the phone
Yes, he
for
was
you.
so mad at Brian Adams for calling him.
Just remember that.
Yeah.
He just,
We're like, what's happening?
The guy
It's like
he had-
10 minutes.
He had the beads.
Yeah.
it was an interesting,
Brian
so
Adams
that
is
people
calling.
understand, he was the first opener of the Propagandy show, and he was talking. He was
About
saying
Bryan
some
Adams.
stuff about Brian Adams. He
Yeah.
was real mad about it.
Yeah, that was a great song. Wax Mannequin has a lot of albums online too.
I'm not surprised.
Like he's got
He had a lot
25
to
years.
Is it
say.
like Buckethead in that amount of albums?
Yeah, like he's got like 25 years worth of albums.
Like Buckethead has something like 450 albums. If you look on the streaming, it's insane.
Guess who has 900 plus records and counting? Freaking Snap.
My favorite
of course.
T-shirt.
Yep. Okay, what number are we on? We're number
One.
one.
What's your favorite performance of the year?
Greg.
September 13th, 2025, Propagandy, the concert hall, live debut of Benito's earlier work show. That's my number one. They played Bangers Embrace.
That's the one all four of us were at.
Yep.
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
were friendship.
Yep. Yeah, that was my favorite of the two nights for Propagandy. Seeing Bangers Embrace live. They haven't played it in like a decade.
I want to do a special shout out to Blair for saving us seats on the balcony.
my
That
God,
was so
yeah.
awesome.
I know Blair's going to be. Blair for saving us seats at that show, because
Yeah.
that honestly got me through the show, being able to sit down.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was it was your third night in a row of shows.
Yeah.
And I just like sitting down, so that
Yeah.
was really good.
We saw Blink and Alkaline Trio in Buffalo on Thursday, and then I came up for Propagandy on Friday and stood downstairs, and then I came here and recorded with you two on Saturday morning, and then we drove in after you got here, and we sat in traffic forever trying to get to that book signing at Emissions Records.
That's my runner-up for the best Greg meltdown of
Oh, the
year,
Greg Carr's
was the
meltdown was
Being
really
in
good,
traffic. I'm like, why are all these people in my way?
Don't they know I have a book signing? Don't they know who I am?
Dude,
The
we
amount
left-
of times Greg said, "Don't
He
they
did.
know who I am?" in the car was
No,
crazy.
I can't let you say that.
We left so early.
We told you.
We
This
did.
is GTA traffic. This is
gosh.
how it works.
Thank God for the podunk Buffalo
Ugh.
world that we
Get anywhere in 20 minutes in
yeah,
Buffalo.
anywhere.
Don't these people know I have a book signing that might be attended by upwards of 6 people?
Hey, we sold. What did we sell? 17 copies.
17.
Yeah, we sold 17 copies of the book that day.
It was busy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was a good time.
It was very
Really fun. But yeah, Propagandy, September 13th, 2025, best set of the year.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That was good.
It was
That's
good
good.
stuff.
Yeah. Benito's earlier work. That's what I really that's what sealed the deal for me.
Yeah.
Let's everyone take a guess at what Steve's number 1 is.
What's my favorite show of the year?
Blind Guardian, baby.
Yeah.
A band from Germany at the Queen Elizabeth Theater, Blind Guardian, on the Somewhere Far Beyond complete album tour.
Did they play Time Stand Still at the Iron Hill?
They did not play Time Stand Still in the Toronto show. They played that at the Montreal show, though.
Okay,
but
that song is like an all-timer for me now.
Do you want to talk about what you learned about the mezzanine?
I learned about mezzanine does not mean balcony. So we bought seats for the show, front row. And I was like, we got front row balcony. I'm going to sit down for this entire show. It's going to be the best. We get there. Our seats are literally on the floor right behind people standing.
They're like the first level of like the stand, but they're the bottom ones. So you're actually just sitting at
People, they're
like
literally
at floor
looking at
level.
people's
That
butts.
is a nightmare.
I'm like, I'm not looking at people's butts the whole show.
How much more did you have to spend on that?
No, none. It was
okay.
Same. So we
It's just that
watched
you had, like,
we watched the
reserved
first 2 opening bands sitting in these terrible seats. I
Didn't
actually
see
watched
anything.
I actually watched the hockey game on my phone while during the first 2 bands, like
Yeah.
a terrible person.
Zoe,
And then-
were you sitting there being like, wow, Steve is so pissed?
Yeah. Well, it was just tough. I couldn't see anything, and it was brutal. I thought about, we brought our e-readers because we took the train, and I was like, do I just read my book? Like,
Yeah.
is that weird? But I can't. I couldn't be that person. But Steve was able to be that person.
Yeah, I didn't care. I was so upset with the seats.
Yeah.
And then Okay. So yeah, I was super upset about the seats. Sorry, the recording stopped again. We're trying
Steve's
to have a
laptop
new
is having a meltdown.
We're trying
now.
a new thing. My laptop is like 9 years old. It just can't process recording 4 separate channels at the same time.
We're doing our best.
We're doing our best here. But yeah, so I was super upset about the seat situation. Blind Guard, I didn't really care for either of the opening bands. Blind Guardian came on. I'm like, we're going right to the front.
Yeah.
We stood right at the front.
Good.
And I just literally threw caution to the wind. I'm like, I'm going hard at this show.
Mhm.
And yeah, seeing my favorite band play one of my favorite albums in its entirety
Can't
was
beat it.
a real magical moment, and I loved every second of it.
Awesome.
I love Blind Guardian.
Yeah. Well, that's great. I'm glad that we both have been able to see. Okay, you saw, so like Andrew McMahon, probably
Yeah, top tier for
top
me.
3
Mhm.
ever for you.
Yep.
I got to see Propaganda a couple times this year.
Mhm.
You got to see Blind Guardian this year.
Yeah.
Like, you know, it's
and
nice.
so we got to see Turnstile.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So we all have seen like our Mount Rushmore
Yeah.
musicians this year.
Good year.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Good
It
year
was
for
a good
live
year.
music.
We're transitioning away from music now.
Good.
Now
No
we're done
more
with
music.
I
it.
have nothing more to say.
Done with it.
Now we're going to be discussing the top 5 books that we read this year. So we're discussing literature.
Okay. Schlock.
Does everyone have 5 books?
I do.
No. This was not a good year for books for me. So
Do you have
I'm-
any?
No, I'm going to sit this
Sitting it out?
out.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we have 5 books.
I do have 5 books.
All right.
Gregory has 5.
I do, yeah.
I would like
Okay.
to clarify that I did read 5 books, but I just can't say that I loved any of them.
You'll clarify for the listeners that you do in fact
I am
know how to
not
read.
a dummy.
Okay.
You know how to read.
I will back up Patrina here that when she gets on a reading tear, no one's reading more than Patrina.
Yeah, I'm voracious.
Yeah, you're voracious, but it's like you have it in spurts.
Mm-hmm.
So
Hot and cold. That's okay.
Yeah.
Zoe,
Sometimes you read books and they're just not good.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
haven't been. They haven't been.
how many books did you read this year? Do you know offhand, Zoe? If you had to guess ballpark.
11.
11?
I didn't read very much this year either.
About 1 a month?
Yeah.
Okay, you were really busy, so
Yeah.
that's pretty good.
I do stuff.
So you're number 5.
My number 5 book is a book called The Sundown Motel by Simone St. James. It's a kind of like haunted murder mystery thriller. That's my genre. I've wanted to read it for a really long time and have never been able to find it, and I finally got it on a library, a book. So I got to read that.
Awesome.
Greg, you're number 5.
My number 5 is One Day Everyone Will Have Always Been Against This by Omar El Akkad. And it's a very unpleasant book, but it's about Gaza. And super important book. I know that Gaza has sort of fallen out of everybody's radar recently. But it is an absolutely incredible book about what's going on in the Gaza Strip. So,
nice.
Hugely recommend. It's very short too.
How many books did you read this year?
Probably about 10.
10?
Mostly Audible as well. So I just like to clarify that I consume my literature mostly through headphones while driving or doing dishes or going on walks or something like that too. So, yeah, not a huge paper book guy these days. I have a hard time sitting in one spot and just like being lazy.
You're kidding.
Yeah. So, you know.
Did you know Greg has a lot of energy?
It's the first I hear of that.
Yeah. So, yeah, One Day Everyone Will Have Always Been Against This, number 5.
Nice. I read, I think my total is 42 books this year.
Yeah, you were killing it this year. You get that Kobo, and you were
Kobo has
knocking it
changed.
out.
Kobo with hooked up directly to the library has changed my life.
Mm-hmm.
My number 5 book of the year, surprising that it's on my list, but is Hardcore by Harley Flanagan.
All right. We've talked about this
We
on the
talked it on the
podcast
show.
recently.
Honestly, it's if you're at all into like New York hardcore or anything, it's a fascinating book to read. I'm not sure of the truth factor in the book. I don't know how many of the stories are actually true. If 10% of them are true, it is even the most insane thing ever.
Yeah.
Harley has lived a crazy life. I don't know what's true, what's not, but man, is it insane. But special shout out because Harley continually talks about a character in the book that he met when he was briefly living in Canada, and he continually talks about this dude being the absolute toughest and craziest dude he's ever met. And this dude used to babysit Zoe.
Well, not babysit, but he was like in my family's circle of
Amazing.
friends. Yeah. So
Is he in that Toronto hardcore book?
He is.
Yeah, he is.
He's mentioned in there.
He's mentioned by Harley.
By Harley as being the toughest dude ever. He's
Yeah.
unfortunately no longer alive
No.
by the time the book came out. But yeah, so Zoe.
He was one of my dad's good friends when I was a kid, but he was kind of like at the time when Harley's talking about this stuff, him and my dad weren't friends.
No,
because
it was later on.
Yeah, but then he kind of got his life together and changed some of his outlooks, and then my parents were very much people who like brought people in who were like recovering addicts and things like that to try and help them on their journeys. So he ended up in our family circle.
Awesome.
Yeah. So that's my number 5, Hardcore by Harley Flanagan. Number 4, Zoe.
Ooh. And to preface too that because both Steve and Greg read like important books and like
I have shitty books coming up,
no,
I promise.
but like I only read fiction because my job is like hard enough that my books need to be an escape, not dealing with more of the world's problems. So I do avoid books like that. So all mine are going to be fiction. My number 4 is a book called Horror Store by Grady Hendrix, which is an author I stumbled across this year that I've really, really loved. And it's basically about a haunted IKEA. But it's got like underlying messaging, but it's just hilarious to picture this haunted mishap happening in an IKEA.
Love it. Number 4 for me is Dark Emu by Bruce Pascoe. It's a book about Aboriginal agriculture in Australia from like 30,000 years ago. And it's like about the origins of agriculture. And I was gifted the book about 5 years ago, and I finally got to it this year and read it on a plane. So, but I really enjoyed it. So if you're interested in agriculture or farming and ancient human history in any way, it's a good one.
Side note: is there anything better than reading on a plane?
No. That's the only place I can read paper books, actually.
Like you read on plane when you went out to your travels this year, right?
Yeah, I always read.
Oh, yeah.
Removing the internet,
Oh my god.
like
Yeah.
from my life, makes me dial into a book
Mhm.
so
Yeah.
easily.
Yeah, it's just the best way. Like even whether you're on a plane or train or whatever, instead of like watching something, like why
Yeah.
am I going to watch something on a small screen? I remember years ago I had a flight and I was like, oh, I'm going to dial up a movie. What the movie is? Prometheus. I'm like, I can't think of a worse movie to watch on a 3-inch back of the seat screen. I'm like, this is garbage. So I'm like, forget that. So now this is read only.
Yep.
Reader-
I'm
reader
a plane
switch.
reader.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
do. You
Oh,
do.
yeah. So
I'll play video games on a plane because that's how I was raised. Was you get on the plane and your parents give you
Yeah.
Pokemon, and that's gonna keep you busy for 3 hours.
I've been known to crush some candies on a plane
Mhm.
for sure.
is it my turn for number 4?
Number
Yeah.
4.
My number 4 is Vox by Christina Dulcher.
Never heard of it.
So that is a dystopian novel about a point in the future in which women are only allowed speaking 100 words a day. And beyond 100 words, for every word they speak after 100, they get electrical shocks sent to their body, sent by like wrist cuffs that they're wearing. So that is an unbelievably like unique story, and cool how like and it's obviously stories about like the main character trying basically fighting against that and just save her daughter. Really,
like a
really
very
cool.
feminist book.
Yeah,
Yeah.
really, really cool book.
Cool.
Zoe, your number 3.
My number 3, also by Grady Hendrix. Again, just really love his stuff. It's really fun. Is the Southern Book Club's Guide to Slaying Vampires. Yeah, just another fiction, silly, but the way he writes it is really good. So
Love it. Number 3 for me is Mood Machine by Liz Pelly. It is a book about how Spotify is completely evil, and definitely read that out there if you're.
It's on my to read list.
If you're a music streamer out there, go read Mood Machine by Liz Pelly, especially if you're a Spotify
And then
user.
cancel your Spotify. Like it's
Yeah, cancel it.
2025. Cancel your Spotify. Do not use Spotify.
Yeah.
It's terrible.
It sucks. And Liz Pelly, in her full-length manuscript, does a great job of elaborating on why Spotify sucks and why it's the worst.
Literally just throw a reason out. That's why. 'Cause
Good
they're
book.
terrible.
I don't recommend the audiobook version, but I do recommend the book version. Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
My number 3 is a book that Greg has read. The Shallows by Nicholas Carr.
Ooh, great book. It came out in 2010.
Yeah.
So
I read it this year.
Yeah, it's like almost dated now, but it's like so poignant.
So it talks about how the internet basically is changing the way we think, the way we operate. And it's like extremely terrifying to read.
And you've made a lot of really real life changes.
I did. It was a big year for me.
Yeah, after internet research and reading, yeah.
Yeah. It was a very good book. If you would all use the internet very frequently and are maybe concerned about how your children are using the internet, highly recommend the book.
Yeah. The Shallows. Great
Zoe,
book.
your number 2.
my number 2, I also believe, is Greg recommended last year. It's Moon of the Crusted Snow.
Hell yeah.
By Wabashig Rice.
Yes.
Yeah, great, like indigenous, dystopian, kind of post-apocalyptic story.
He's an Ontario guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's based in Northern Ontario, so
So
that's like
good.
where my dad grew up. So
Are you going to check out the sequel?
I just saw that it says Saga, and now it has a number 1. So I'm like,
Yep.
yes. So I'm like, what is that? I need that.
So good.
I've been waiting forever for the Buffalo Killer too,
Yeah.
like to get my hands on that.
I
so
just got the audiobook version of Buffalo Killer
Yeah.
the other day.
the wait list at the library was like 8 years.
It's one of the most popular horror novels in the world right now, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm excited about that one.
That's great.
Yeah.
Number 2, I am going to go with Corporate Rock Sucks by the Rise and Fall of SST Records by Jim Ruland. It's basically a Black Flag biography, but it has all of the SST artists in it, like the Meat Puppets and Husker Du, and the Minutemen. So it's the huge story of SST, and it's just reinforcing how much I dislike Black Flag and how much I dislike Greg Ginn in general, but a very interesting read. So I'm Jim Rulin's Corporate Rock sucks.
It's like reading Sellout and then discovering Rancid being run like a crime family, and you're just like, ugh.
Yeah, I've never liked Black Flag. I've never been a fan of theirs. I know that's maybe a controversial thing to say for a lot of people, considering their status.
Yeah, I don't like them either. Like,
they're just not for me.
No.
But the book is very good. So Corporate Rock sucks. Number 2.
My number 2 is, and I've actually recommended this to you on a previous episode this year, and Zoe's currently reading it right now. It's Scythe by Neil Shusterman.
Oh, yeah. I remember you mentioning that.
Super cool book. I read it's being turned into a movie / TV with tons of super famous actors playing parts in it.
Pedro Pascal.
Oh,
he's
him.
in it. But yeah, it's got tons of famous people in it. So highly recommend. It's a 3.5 series, 3.5 novel series of YA dystopian fiction.
Mm-hmm.
And really cool, unique story that I like a lot.
Fun fact, Pedro Pascal, huge punk rocker.
Mm-hmm.
And I've been trying to get him on the podcast.
Oh, that would be cool.
So Pedro Pascal,
If you're listening,
you're invited.
if you're listening,
Yep.
this moment where the first time we name dropped you.
Yes.
All right, Zoe, your favorite book of the year.
My favorite book was recommended to me by Steve's brother, actually, and it's a book called Manhunt by Gretchen Felker Martin, and it's like a queer literature horror apocalyptic story about where testosterone has become made people evil, and then the story follows all trans characters going through this kind of like world and how they're like navigating it. So it's really interesting. It's just very unique, very different. I love the story. The story is really cool. It's cool to have like trans main characters in a book. I haven't read a lot of queer literature in my life. I would like to read more of it, but yeah, this one was really, really, just the concept was really, really cool.
Shout out to Matt Foster.
Shout out to Matt Foster.
You said that was so much pain in your voice.
No, Matt's right.
Number 1.
Your favorite book of the year?
No question, and feel free to weigh in on this.
Is it Unscripted Moments?
That's what I
No,
was going to guess.
Absolutely not.
However, putting your own book is number 1?
It's not, but if anybody wants to buy the book, hit me up, and I will sell you one. My favorite book of the year is How to Ruin a Record Label by Larry Livermore.
Look out, Larry.
Look out, Larry. I read that book while we were on vacation in Gulf Shores, Alabama this past year, and Patrina and I went into these hysterics that drove my cousin up the wall. And you might have to just weigh in here, but like we were like making up these like
we made up a ridiculous story about Look Out Larry, and we were like on the porch with his cousin, and we were just laughing so much at ourselves that he just got up and left.
Yeah. But we were like, look out! I started a record label called it Look Out, and we made it so that he was like he was like the lookout for like a drug selling gang or something like that.
I think they had to be there to really.
You really do. It's like if
That's so funny.
I realize if I say any more, we're just gonna sound crazier and crazier. But it was amazing. So I love the book. The story was great. Like I can't stand Screeching Weasel, and so I loved that the book is like so unflattering to Ben Weasel. I thought that was great.
Wasn't there a propaganda diss in the book also?
Yes. There was a propaganda disc because Lookout Records, Larry and Fat Mike met up, and Fat Mike he showed Larry Livermore propaganda how to clean everything, and Larry was like, yeah, I just didn't really get it. I didn't really like it. I had Screeching Weasel, so I was on top.
I thought they were the better band.
Yeah, he's like,
and
I
think that's what kicked off our
oh yeah,
crackhead Larry.
Yeah, I was like, that guy is smoking crack.
Has a comment aged worse than that one?
Right.
Which
I've got Screeching Weasel. I don't need propaganda.
Exactly.
No, there's no way. And what's really funny is I posted a picture of that page on the podcast Instagram stories, and I tagged Larry Livermore, and I think I said something along the lines of haha, like obviously being very sarcastic, and Larry Livermore viewed the story on Instagram. He was in the viewers list, and I was like, oh yeah, he saw it.
He did not respond.
He did not respond.
He will not be coming on the show anytime soon.
Larry Livermore will not be on the show. However, he lives in Montreal now. Larry Livermore has decamped from California and is now a Montreal resident.
Makes sense. Montreal's very punk rock city.
Yeah, so How to Ruin a Record Label by Larry Livermore, book of the year.
My book of the year is Offline by Imran Rashid.
Oh, is that another internet book?
So that book specifically talks about phone usage and how technology is impacting our brains and everything, and that book was a pretty big catalyst in me making a lot of life changes for myself this year. In that I've like removed all social media essentially from my life. I made my iPhone super dumb, and I don't have any app icons or anything show. I don't get any notifications. I'm really bad at responding to people's messages because I don't have notifications enabled on any device.
But like
apparently you're good enough at responding to send Greg into an existential crisis during a Bills game. So.
Yeah. But you respond in a time period like if you were texting in 2005, which which is a healthy speed.
Yeah, I've done a lot of work to like really overhaul my life this year to not be dependent and not be like a slave to technology. So but yeah, it's a great book about how, like iPhone, like phone apps and phone are specifically designed to get you addicted.
Yeah.
And to make you feel like you're going through withdrawal when you're not using it.
Yeah.
And so it's especially good read if you have kids. Because people, I know parenting is hard, not judging. People like to hand their phones to kids when they're babies and get them on the phones early. So good read to just understand the implications of that later on in life.
These are frequent conversations in our house too.
Oh my God.
We talk about it all the time.
Yeah, really good book.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a good reading year.
Yeah, good. That was a nice list.
And then so our next topic is going to be our favorite bike ride of the year.
Patrina, you want to go first?
I have zero. No.
You ride Peloton.
Oh, yeah. That doesn't count.
Sure it does.
That doesn't count.
You can
I did
count.
not
Do you have a
prepare
favorite
top
Peloton
5.
ride that you've done?
The Metallica ride's pretty epic.
The Metallica ride is pretty epic, yeah. But no, I didn't really think about that as a bike ride.
Zoe?
No comment.
Zoe did go on one bike ride this year.
That was my massive meltdown of the year.
It
I think at one point I threw my bike.
Zoe came on a bike ride on my birthday this year. We went Steve's birthday bike ride.
Yeah.
And that was the only bike ride Zoe's done this year.
It was a trail ride uphill.
20 kilometers.
And I didn't have a bike that worked. So I was riding a bike that had poor brakes, no gear changes.
Oh, no.
It was disaster. And it didn't fit me properly. Like, it was just a bike we have in our basement that someone gave us. We've never done anything with, and we just tried to make it
wasn't
happen.
even, someone gave it to us. Someone left it on our front lawn.
Oh, man.
Yeah, probably.
That was literally what someone
No, I
left
think Luis gave it to us.
Who?
Luis.
Oh,
but he
maybe.
probably just found it on a lawn.
Yeah, it was just... Anyways, Zoe was a trooper for getting through that 20K rail trail bike ride.
There were many pauses, and there were many screams.
But yeah, she made it through.
And I will not go on another one on that bike again.
Greg, do you have a favorite bike ride?
Indeed, I do. Without question, it was my second ascent of Whiteface Mountain in the Adirondacks, just outside of Lake Placid and Saranac Lake, New York. It's so Patrina's from the Adirondacks in Saranac Lake in the mountains, and I love going up there because I love the cycling up there. It's unrivaled for me. I mean, it's like as good as like it would be like riding in France. And when we come back from there, I'm like sad when we get back to Buffalo and it's flat and windy because when you're up in the mountains, you're protected by all these gorgeous trees from the wind. The roads are windy and just beautiful. The scenery is incredible. And then we get back to Buffalo, and then I'm grinding it out with a headwind, like
In every direction.
from every direction in between these Great Lakes. But I love riding in the Adirondacks. This year I went up Whiteface for the second year in a row. The weather was a lot better this year. But I also don't think I need to do it again. Like, I think next year I'm going to focus on riding other stuff than just going up Whiteface. Because what is it, like $15?
Yeah, there's a toll.
15 American dollars.
American red-blooded dollars.
Yeah. Like, so I've done it twice, but basically it is the closest approximation to an Alp bike ride. It is the closest North American comparable ride to Alpe d'Huez, which if you're a Tour de France viewer, you know what Alpe d'Huez is, and it's in upstate New York. And I've done it twice, and that was my favorite ride of the
You
year.
just pretend you're Valverde.
Yeah, and it was like, it's like 5,500 feet of elevation gain across this ride.
Yeah,
so
it's steep.
it's a steep, painful experience. And she drove up with the kids
Yes,
last year.
that was hard.
Yeah,
Driving up it.
Just driving up it.
My bike ride. I'm gonna choose. I have two favorite bike rides of the year.
Mm-hmm.
Cheating again.
Cheating again.
Yeah, you're a big cheater today.
The first
three-way tie in the live music sets.
Yeah.
first one would be the bike ride that Greg and I did together.
Oh, that was fun.
Greg came to Hamilton, and we did my normal around the lake loop.
Mm-hmm. Very good loop, by the way.
I did that on Thursday this week.
Nice.
Yeah, it's a really fun ride. But my number one favorite bike ride of the year was the 100-kilometer Niagara Falls ride that I did, where Greg met me after it, and it was like 36 degrees that day. It was
Hot day.
so hot, and I was out there for 5.5 hours.
Why did I come up? Was I giving you books?
You were giving me a bunch of books.
Okay.
And I just remember when you met me in the parking lot on the side of the Welland Canal.
Yeah.
I was a different color of a person at that
Yeah.
point.
I was like, hey, here's all these books that I just worked on for a year and a half. And you're like, yeah, fine. Okay.
It was, and I was like, and I ran out of water like 2 hours earlier, and it was so hot, and I was just like, I was at a point where I was like, I think I need this ride to be over.
Yeah.
Steve
And Greg,
Meltdown.
I pull up to the parking lot, and Greg is just sitting under a tree reading a book.
Yeah. I was reading How to Ruin a Record Label by Larry Livermore.
Look out.
Yeah.
Look out, Larry.
Yeah, and then Greg and I are just hanging out in this parking lot, and I'm dying.
Yeah.
And that was a really, really difficult drive home from St. Catharines, being that tired. I had to go to 3 different grocery stores to get a drink. It was terrible.
So, Petrina, what was your biggest meltdown of the year? Because everyone else has shared theirs.
Meltdown?
I had a pretty good one about the Bills a
Mm.
couple weeks ago, and just that, it
Oh,
would be the
Doomer.
most Bills thing in the world to have Josh Allen and waste him. And it was my like fire everyone related to the
Yeah.
Bills
Nice.
meltdown. That was my big meltdown. Non-work related. I've had a
Yeah,
few.
those
This has
don't
been a
count.
rough year for work related meltdowns too. But
Yeah. You're the coolest cucumber.
I tend to not
Yeah.
have too many of those.
You're just so, she levels me out so much because
Someone has to.
Someone's gotta.
I'm
up for the task.
a pretty calm person. I keep it together
Really?
pretty well.
I can't believe you can say that with a straight face.
I am.
He is.
I am, but she is a very awesome partner to have because I just keeps me calm for sure.
You're like, I'm a very calm person. I'm like, did you not hear us talking about you having a text message meltdown earlier?
Yeah.
No, he's
Zoe, did I have
Okay.
any good meltdowns this year?
Yeah, I mean, that one on the bike ride.
Oh,
Yeah,
man.
but
Because you also
were-
went the wrong direction like 4 times.
That was it was pre Garmin.
Yeah.
Another
And you
big
just
one.
wrote it.
Another big meltdown of Steve's that I just wanted to recap on the
Please
podcast
do.
is when he was trying to saw that wood.
Oh.
talk, y'all.
Yeah, we can.
Okay, so we're back. It stopped recording again, but we're back now. And you guys were just talking about my meltdown in the Rona parking lot, cutting an 8x8 piece of wood.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wasn't there, but Zoe's recollection of that was wonderful. So we're talking about epic meltdowns for all of us here, and that was a good one that I
That's a
remember her
good one.
telling.
I've had less meltdowns this year than previous years.
Yeah.
My
Mostly bike related. Oh no, your trip to Caledonia. That was your epic
yeah,
meltdown.
you struggled that day. You were
Because you
texting
had
me.
no water and you had to go in the A&W.
Oh yeah, I thought I was gonna die on the side of the road.
Yeah, you said you were like stopping over and over and over. Yeah, I remember that one too. You were not happy that day.
I had do you count the bike ride where I went up the hill and then barfed in someone's
No.
driveway? No.
You were fine about that.
Was that on the escarpment?
Yeah.
When you were barfing on the escarpment?
Yeah.
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 Man, you put yourself in these really wild situations on the bike where
He's
it's
like,
like
I'm going to bring half a water bottle.
yeah, it's like Steve is like, oh, he's just started cycling like this year, seriously, for the first time in his whole 40 plus years of life. And then he's like immediately doing like 70-mile rides. I'm like, bro, this is what people like build up to over like a couple of years. And you're just like out of the gate going hard.
Steve has no chill.
Hyperfixation, yeah.
Hyperfixation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Zoe, did you have any meltdowns?
The bike ride. The bike
that
ride.
was
Was,
Zoe's
Yeah.
bike ride meltdown was
Happy
mwah.
birthday
one of
to
the, one of the
you.
best.
Here's your meltdown.
There was a couple times where she picked up the bike and threw it down.
That's amazing.
I was really not having
Yeah,
it.
it was great.
Steve and I have a was it 3 meltdowns per day rule?
A week, three per week.
Is it 3 per week?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I've been banking mine for a while.
But like if you have a really big meltdown, then that's all you get. But you can have mini meltdowns.
That's nice, yeah.
Like I had one the other night. I couldn't find my
Your buff.
Yeah, my sleeping buff. I wear a buff on my head when I sleep because I get the side of my head shaved close and it gets cold. It's really cold in our bedroom.
Yeah.
Yeah, he wears.
So I wear a
blanket on
buff
his
and I
head.
couldn't find it and I was just so frustrated. I wanted to sleep. I was just slamming things around in my drawer. And Zoe didn't even know I had a meltdown. I told her next. I was like, "Sorry about that meltdown I had last night." She's like, "What meltdown?"
That's just your baseline.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
But yeah. Next segment would be your favorite sports moment that you witnessed / heard about, read about. Your favorite moments from sports, because we're all big sports people.
Yeah.
Zoe.
Okay. My favorite sports moment that I witnessed this year, I got to go to the 2025 Grey Cup, which is the Canadian Football Championship. I get to go for work, which is really, really cool. And this year, the Saskatchewan Roughriders won, which was really fun because I from work I know a couple of guys on the team, so it was like really fun to like watch them win the championship and like see them and see all like their posts and just see them super happy, and it's always a good time. So I really enjoyed that. But I do want to highlight that this was like a big year for women's sports too, and so I have quite a few moments that I really loved. But
keep going.
You want me to do all of them? So a big moment for Toronto women's sports is that the Toronto Tempo, which is the new WNBA team, announced Sandy Brondello as the head coach, who is the former coach of the New York Liberty and has like won multiple championships. Like she's a huge deal and no one understands why New York let her go. So then she's coming to Toronto. That's big. I think in the sports world, the release of Heated Rivalry, which is a TV show on
I'm
Crave.
hearing a lot about that.
Yeah, so it's gay hockey, which is like just not a thing that happens, and so it's like a huge moment for like queer representation in the sport of hockey. I think that's amazing. I can't wait to watch it. One of my favorite moments in sports was Joe Burrow announcing his return with the picture of him in the skin tight Cleveland Cavaliers jersey. It's just such a good photo.
He's back.
Like he's back. Like you have to look at it because it's so funny. He's a funny guy. Yeah, and then the launch of the Women's Pro Baseball League this year, the announcement of that, which is also really, really cool. So
Sweet.
I love the comeuppance that women's sports is having.
And do you have one more women's highlight?
What am I forgetting?
We talked about it last night. The belts.
Oh yeah, the announcement of the Women's World Tag Team Championships in AEW. So that's cool too.
Nice.
Wrestling.
Very cool. Yeah, I think probably for me, it's just an amalgamation of all the Bills games that I get to go to. But the most recent one of the Bengals game that we were at was pretty fun because when Christian Benford got that last pick, I was standing next to a very reserved person, and we didn't speak to each other. It was a stranger, and we didn't interact at all during the game. And then when he got that pick, I like grabbed her and hugged her, and we were like jumping up and down and became best friends. And Stone Cold Steve Austin in our section is like my buddy now. And so
He's the best.
It's just, he's the best. Yeah, he's got a passion for a lot of things. That's it for me.
So my top was also the Cincinnati Bengals game against the Bills a couple of weeks ago in Buffalo, where the Bills won because the first time Patrina and I ever went to a Bills game together was a playoff game against the Bengals in the snow a couple of years ago.
They lost.
And they lost.
And you hit the bleacher.
I punched a bleacher.
It was amazing.
Yeah.
Another meltdown.
It was like the first one maybe I witnessed.
Yeah. It was. I felt like I was like a beast unleashed. Yeah, I punched that bleacher, and that felt really good. And I had like big, thick gloves on, so like I didn't break my hand or anything. But it was really disappointing that because it was a playoff game and the season was over, and I was a new fan, and so it was like But this year, we beat the Bengals also in the snow. Not a playoff game, but I have a
comeback.
I have a ton of respect for Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase. Like I think those
For
guys
sure.
are an amazing offensive tag team.
Chase Brown, local guy to here.
Yeah, true. And so for a few years, I really held a grudge against the Bengals, but now I don't. I have let it go.
They're fun.
Another one of my favorite moments was watching Tadej Pogačar win his 4th Tour de France.
Mm-hmm.
That was really total domination. I also just want to shout out the Women's Tour de France, which is absolutely killing it in its last few years of its existence, and they picked up a national broadcast on Peacock in the
Nice.
U.S., which is awesome. So now I can watch Tour de France footage for weeks and weeks and weeks.
Pogačar, I was reading an article about him. VO2 max is in the mid-90s, which is literally insane.
Yeah, he's a freak of nature.
Mid-90s VO2 max.
Yeah, and then my last sports thing that I really loved is that the Kansas City Chiefs have been eliminated from playoff contention this season because one of my biggest pet peeves in sports is when the same thing happens over and over and over again. And the Chiefs have been just such a playoff.
God, you'd make the worst Leafs fan.
Because they lose every time, you mean?
Literally,
Same thing every
that's all
year.
they do is lose.
Yeah, but like I don't like it when the winner is
Yeah,
just
it's
super
just the same
consistent.
thing.
I don't
It's
like
boring.
watching the same people win over and over and over. So for the Chiefs to be out this year is fantastic.
That's a great moment.
Yeah.
I loved that moment too.
Y'all did.
I didn't love that Patrick Mahomes got so seriously injured.
No.
that's
No
a
one
bummer.
likes to see that.
Gruesome year for injuries. There were just
Gruesome.
Yeah.
against my will, saw way too many limbs this
Yeah.
year, like pointing the
A lot
wrong
of
way.
ACLs.
Yeah. I was watching Hard Knocks the other night, and I saw Zach Ertz from the Commanders. I saw his knee injury, and I was like, come on.
Yeah.
Because I had missed that one when it originally broadcast, and just watching Hard Knocks, it's like you see Zach Ertz's knee get ripped apart.
Ugh.
But,
R.I.P. my fantasy team too.
Yeah, no kidding.
Thanks a lot, Zach.
yeah.
That you done with those?
Yeah, I
Chiefs
am.
Was
I'm
your, was your closer?
Yeah.
My favorite one that I witnessed in person this year was the Bills Broncos playoff game where myself, Greg, and Alan sat in like the last row at the top of the stadium.
It was awesome.
But man, what a
game.
time that was!
I
That
was hammered. So was Alan. We were hammered.
It was
messed
so
up, Dan.
fun. It was
Yeah.
so fun.
It was
that
great.
whole day was
Yeah.
amazing. It was
Great time.
cold. There was snow. It was
That one's
just
a good time too.
super fun.
What's so crazy is like if we're looking at the stadium on the TV right here, we're right up by where those flags are. Like
Yeah.
we were that high up. We were all the way
Oh yeah,
at the top.
There's
Yeah,
no one
yeah.
was behind us.
It was great.
Yeah, it was
That is
awesome.
cool.
And what was awesome is there's a bathroom at the very top.
right behind us.
It
yeah.
was right there. So Alan and I are pounding beers. Going to the bathroom. It's right there.
Yeah.
It was spectacular.
it was a great day.
One of my favorite pictures that of me that exists is me standing on the bleachers that you took, where I'm in my snow pants, like cheering at the end of the game.
So good.
That's such a fun photo. I'm so happy that you snapped that.
You know, if you wanted, you could buy the trough from that bathroom because they're selling them.
Oh, you can have your own
You
pee
can-
trough at home.
You can get your own pee trough. We can find a place for it.
Be the little pee-pee man. I'm gonna install it. Be a little pee-pee man in the house.
In addition to that, I mean, Zoe and I had season tickets for the Ticats this year.
Yeah.
Going to Ticats games was amazing.
Yeah.
Loved the season. They were great. The Shy Day in Hamilton was a big deal when Shy won the NBA championship this year.
And the MVP.
And the MVP. And so he's from Hamilton, and we had a big celebration in Hamilton before a Ticats game. That was awesome. And just want to shout out to the year that AEW had this year in wrestling. One of the best wrestling years imaginable. We had Ultimo Monet, 13 belts for Mercedes Monet this year. 13.
Before we move on, should I explain why I just said that? Okay. It's an inside joke in our household.
While I was talking, Greg and Katrina were literally turning red laughing.
Giggling.
And I have no idea. It's something that only they get, but they were laughing very hard and doing a good job at staying quiet. But they were laughing very hard. I thought they were going to explode. Katrina's crying.
It's nice. It's nice. It's nice to be able to make your fiance laugh like that.
Let it hang in the air.
Woo!
And then this brings us to our last segment of the day.
Segment 10, I should say.
Segment 10. The last segment of the day is just general, if you have any goals / well wishes for people or anything that you'd like to share over this upcoming year. Zoe, you can go first.
That's hard.
Personal goals or, just...
I have a lot of, career goals next year. I've been having some really cool conversations at work, so I'm really excited and looking forward to some of that playing out. Personal goals, I just want to have a good year. And I hope everyone else also has a really good year and is able to meet all their goals. But be kind to yourselves.
Yeah, I think life is hard. There's a lot of craziness in the world, and so my goal for myself and advice for everyone is just focus on your little bubble of happiness that you can make for yourself, and we're gonna do that because we're getting married in 2026. That's my
wedding
big
is still
goal.
on as of now?
The wedding is still on,
just
even
to
though Greg said the little pee-pee man on the podcast. I'm gonna marry the little pee-pee man.
Oh boy. Yeah. So for 2026, I am obviously most excited about getting married as well. And that's very special to me because both of us have been married before, but we're really having an awesome time planning this particular wedding.
Well, we didn't have weddings.
Yeah, we
before.
didn't really have.
We're married, but
Yeah, I got married for $50 in a courthouse after work.
Same.
So this is way more of a celebration of a relationship where we hadn't had that before. So that's what I'm most excited about this year. And I just really love the fact that also we finished the original scope of this podcast this year. That was pretty awesome. And also the book version came out as well. So it's I'm kind of proud of myself for sticking to a creative project, seeing it all the way through and not stopping, even though it would have been super easy. And so if anybody out there has a creative idea that you've been sitting on for a while, do it. Start it and don't stop. And just so if you have an idea that you think is cool, just do it and just go full force into it as much as you possibly can, because it will fulfill you in so many unforeseen ways. And you and I are friends because of this, and so that means a lot to me. So I just think that if anybody out there has any good ideas, make 2026 your year to go for it.
I love that.
Mm-hmm.
For me, I want to do more bike rides.
Mm-hmm.
I want to do longer bike rides. I have a goal of riding my bike to Zoe's mom's house, which is near Kingston,
Mm-hmm.
which is approximately 300 kilometers.
Yeah, you can do that in 2 days.
So yeah, it's going to be a long ride, but I wanted to do that this year, but it was just not the year for me to do that. But I think I'm going to try that next year because there's rail trails that go the whole way there.
Nice.
So I want to do that.
Well, and that Kona you got is good for having those grippy tires on it too. So
it's perfect.
Rail trail is the move.
And then I really want to get more into food experimentation. I want to really refine my cooking next year. I want to really perfect a vegan Montreal smoked meat, and I really want to perfect homemade pepperoni as well.
Nice.
I want to do those. Up my focaccia game even. And then continue all the life improvements that I've made this year in terms of no social media, focusing on my meditation, doing daily yogas, and really focusing on my fitness. Been really into that lately too. So, and I really hope to put out a record next year.
Yeah. Nice.
I really hope to finish and put out a record next year.
Well, if you do finish the record and you want cassettes, I know a guy who duplicates them.
Oh.
And a guy who draws pretty sweet cover art.
Perfect.
Matt Milkowski.
Perfect.
So, yeah. Awesome.
Yeah, and I think that concludes the 2 hours and 8 minutes of our episode today.
Yeah, I'm good with that. Thank you to Patrina and Zoe for hanging.
Thank you so much for making this episode significantly better than had it been just me and Greg.
Yeah, I agree.
You're welcome.
And with that, hope everyone has a wonderful new year, a great start to the next year, and go Bills.
Go Bills.
Go Bills.